What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good there?
Man, I'm vibed out, feeling immaculate, or in the words of Future, sensational. You know? But other than that, man, I can't complain, man. I got a 10-year-old now, bro. You know, it's a little bit different for me.
What's different?
The fact that it's my second time going through this, man. You know, obviously, for those that follow along, man, my middle baby, Ava, yeah, man, had her 10th birthday this weekend, man. So, you know, just reflecting on that and all the moments and special times. And anytime I get a chance to go in the archives of photos and start pulling up, you know, where she was born. Because, you know, she a Buffalo baby, you know what I mean? So it always felt good to be able to just go back and look at some of that old Bills footage, man, with my baby girl, you know?
What the hell happened to your squad this week, dude?
Oh,
we actually needed them to win. We talked about this.
Funny thing, bro.
I wanted the Jets to cover for our picks.
Yo, funny thing.
But the Bills to win so the Jets could be knocked down a little bit more in the playoff picture. Come on.
100%.
What the hell?
And look, I'm with you because as we're celebrating her birthday, we're at Dave & Buster's. So you know the game is on while we turning up. And she's, you know, she a Bills fan. She be like that. That's why I'm born at. Like, I rock with them. So, of course, we in there watching the game. We just like, bro, what are we doing? What is going on? But it's one of them ones, man. You need to be humbled every once in a while. And that was definitely one of them humbling ones. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But, you know, man, it did feel good, though, man. It's my second time around having this 10-year-old thing, man. I was definitely, I think, a better version of myself this time than the first time. When KK turned 10, I was really, like, going through it. Like, bruh. You're growing too fast. You too much of an adult. You got a pimple. Like, what's happening here? Now, when I look at my middle girl, I'm like, oh, this is normal. Don't worry about it. You're still my baby. Yeah, you're not too old just yet. So it's all good, man. You know? But it felt good, though, man. I'm trying to think. What else happened this weekend?
So Dave & Buster's, that was it? Or
yeah,
was there more?
No, we did Dave & Buster's. Obviously, the big, you know, gifts type situation at the house, you know. But, yeah, she wanted to go to Dave & Buster's, man. That was her thing. Shout out to Coach T, too, man.
He was there?
No, but I got the idea from him. I took my kids there like a month ago because of him. Because that's what it would take us to do, you know, team building and stuff. Shoot, don't be surprised if one day we go to Dave & Buster's as a unit. You know what I mean?
Coach T's got to be there, though, I think.
I can call him up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We can make it happen. Fun. You know? Yeah. But you got to have that every once in a while, man. So, you know, it was good, man. It was smooth. But, yeah, it was a rough weekend, though, from a sports standpoint, man. My Dukes lost and my Bills lost. It was rough. It was rough. But both of them were justified, so I was like, I don't hate it. But it's just a simple fact that I got to deal with it, you know? I'm trying to get, not used to this thing, but I'm just traversing through the highs and the lows.
Yeah, I saw the JMU score on the bottom ticker.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like they could really make it a game, right?
No, context.
I had the LSU-Bama game.
Yeah,
on.
So full context, quarterback still hurt. Like, he played, but literally, he goes from, you know, all-world, 400 passing yards, multiple touchdowns to literally, I mean, we know what he's dealing with, but they're not public talking what he's dealing with. But in that context, man, dude threw the ball 6 times. No, was it 6 times? I think it was 4 times total in the first half. Bro, like, my man's jacked up. So it's like you're watching him and you're like, yo, he's not healthy at all. But you're still trying to compete. And what, for 3 quarters, it was still very much a one-score game. It was like literally 13-10 going into the middle of the third and stuff like that. And then that's when it started to open up. Okay. You know, so it was like context does matter. But we have learned that you got to have depth in terms of that quarterback position and because we got more than just a quarterback now, but it's like multiple guys that are kind of bumped up. It's like at the 1AA level, your backup still comes in and is still just as good or better. Whereas at this level, especially Louisville, that was the opponent, it was like, okay, so that now you see a little bit more of a drop off here. So it's good context, really good information. But at the same time, it's like, bro, we still want all that smoke. So I'm hoping we run that back next year with anybody and everybody that did get one up on us in this period. I mean, so far, it's what, 3 teams thus far?
What?
That didn't got us. So, yeah, and I feel great. I feel great about 2 of them. Running it back, I feel great. That's all I'm saying. Louisville, we'll see. But the other 2, oh, yeah, we.
You're not the only squad in this podcast that lost to Louisville.
Oh, yeah. Louisville ain't like that, though, bro.
They're not.
They are not like that. I thought they were. They are not like that, bro.
Pitt had Louisville. I think it was a 7-7 game going fourth.
Bro,
they're not that good.
It was 13-10. Our quarterback threw the ball 4 times, B. So I'm trying to like they not
this quarterback
like that,
you're
bro.
talking about, was it the starter and he's still dealing with injury?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was the first game back, and after the bye, it was kind of like, all right, do you put him out there because obviously you want to witness the big game, Louisville ACC, or do you let him rest again? And the thing was, we're gonna put him out there, but you could see why he's playing. It's like, bro, Like, why is he out there right now? Like, he gives you the best chance, but he's
was it,
clearly
his
limited.
arm?
We'll talk later.
Okay.
But he's dealing with some stuff that's hindering him from performing the way that he needs to perform, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
You know, but either way, though, man, other than that, though, it's been a vibe, baby. And I still love the fact that, and this is the cool part about being 1A, I can always watch the games now. I had it up on ESPN Plus. It was super chill. It was so easy. I'm like, yes. So even if I'm not home, I got access, bro. Because I was actually at an event when I was watching the game. Because I had the Red Shoe Ball on Saturday, the charity function.
Sure.
So I had to, you know what I'm saying, like, I had to do what people do.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you had a phone, and it's like you casually check it. So yeah, I felt good about myself, man. I'm like a part of the 1As now, man. This is what we do.
Technology's amazing with the phones, man.
Absolutely, baby.
Dude, you got to go to the bathroom or something.
Bro, I just like, yo, put it up my phone, bro.
You don't have to miss a second of the game anymore. YouTube
I love
TV,
it.
ESPN Plus, now NFL Plus.
I felt guilty at first, but then I'm like, no, I'm not the only person here doing this. And I literally wasn't. It was most people in there doing it. So I felt good. I was like, all right, yeah, this is normal. Yep. So shout out to that. But now that I think about it,
I gotta say this since we're talking college ball.
Heck yeah.
Pitt is the most frustrating team of all time this season.
Ooh.
They played so sound against Syracuse.
Y'all got a top 25 y'all knocked off. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Slovis, again, didn't even play like that amazing.
Defense
he threw a pick in the red zone. Yeah, the defense is really good. The defense has been the most steady thing about this Pitt team. It's just really frustrating because even outside of the defense, the offense is still solid too. Abanikanda, we saw what he's been capable of, and we didn't even have him for this game.
It was the other running back.
We had Rodney Hammond. We had this other
off.
dude that I can't remember where he transferred from, but he had a nice touchdown. He had some nice runs too. But our receivers are solid. We have a good tight end. Basically, our team is like really nice. Slovis though, man. Slovis. It's just a really frustrating team. Even when he's not playing like amazing or anything, he could just play how he did against Syracuse.
Yeah.
For most of the season, we'd have a much better record, but he's just had some really bad stinkers. Like, literally, I've talked about this how many times. We took Tennessee to overtime.
But, bro, the thing is crazy. I feel like it's still wide open, low-key, man.
For what, the ACC or the whole NCAA?
I feel like
I think we're screwed in the ACC.
You think the ACC?
Yeah, North Carolina's undefeated in our section.
Okay. I ain't think. Florida State, what side are they on?
I'm not sure.
Because they're the only other ones I'm considering right now.
You got Clemson and NC State. And I don't know where Wake Forest is on the other side.
Clemson just got rocked.
I know.
Notre Dame just
But that's on the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we're screwed on our side. But, you know, if we win out, we go 9-4 on the season. That's still a solid year. Just really disappointing because I actually think our team is good, like top 15 type of good. It's just Slovis isn't up to par with the rest of it.
Gotcha. No, but it's been fun, man. I'm really enjoying this inaugural season for us, man. I feel good about being in these conversations now, man. Like, this is good, man. This is fun.
You know what? I'll even give him, he didn't play like that bad. Like, actually, he played kind of solid. It's just, you feel limited at times with him. You really do.
I can understand that.
He makes good throws. You're just like, oh, wow.
See,
why can't we see a lot more of
That's
this?
how we felt watching our quarterback not be able to throw the ball. Him hurt. It was like, yo, you just feel limited. It's like, man, we got the pieces. We can compete. We here. But we don't have this. Now, if this is 3 weeks when he's normal, I don't know if we win it, but I think it's very much down to the wire. And that's the difference.
He was putting up stats.
Heck yeah. That's why I'm like, I think if he's healthy, I like it a lot more. But, you know, all good, all good. But are you ready to start the show how we always do it?
Sure.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let us know where you are tuning in from so we can give you those big boy shout outs. And Nick Y, Jar Devil, Michael Parks, Max O from the 402, and it was one other one of y'all in here, baby. Oh, Frank K. Salute each every one of y'all, man. I'm glad we had that little conversation. We were just talking about, you know, what type of plants we like to partake in, you know, and really be a part of.
Nice.
So I was sharing my plan. They shared their plans, and now we here. So it's all good.
What'd you say?
I'm a wedding cake type of plant guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know. We had some strawberry shortcake going on in here, man. You know what I mean? It's just all type of stuff in here, man. You know? Yeah. So a little purple punch batter, you know? All type of stuff. Maybe some gelato popping up in here.
Those sound pretty exotic.
Oh,
you get those at like Home Depot or something?
No, it's different type of stuff. Different. It's home improvement. It's gonna help your house out a lot. Really with your equanimity too. It's really good for that.
All right, I'll say a few here. Crystal Pravat, Broward County.
What up, Crystal? Oh, she from Broward County?
Hurricane
down in
prepping.
Florida. Yeah.
There's another hurricane coming.
I didn't know there was another hurricane coming. Hopefully she is safe, or they will be safe down there. I did not know that. But Broward County, shout out.
The 954. Me 24/7.
What up, me 24/7?
304. Tidal Green. We got some new names in here.
Mm-hmm.
The 814. PA. I think that's over like State College.
Okay.
Jonathan
How did
Gonzalez.
Penn State do this week?
They smoked Indiana.
That's what it was. Okay. They switched the quarterback.
Did they?
Yes. They pulled Clifford and put there's another cat that came in, threw for 2 touchdowns. That's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Pitt might need to follow suit. Christian Manzi says, got Larry's helmet right now at Frank K. Haven't opened it. Okay, so that's not even a shout out. I just read his comment.
That's all love.
Just really random. Calculated Snipe. 210. Countdown City. San Antonio, Texas.
Let me hop up in here for a little bit, man. I got time today. You got time? I got time, baby.
Yeah.
Calculated Snipe. I'm not sure if you hit him up or not, but that's the homie. So the 210 Countdown City, San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, yeah, I definitely did. You said that.
All right. I think you did. Wasn't
you
sure.
don't remember?
I was, hey, man. Wedding cake. Holla at your boy. Ratbirds. Love the name. New York, the Bronx, baby. Big love for the Bronx in the building. Anthony Michael, Delaware, Ohio. Then after that, we got Christian Manzi. I don't know if you read this one either, but I'm going to say him either way. 724 Farrell, PA, home of the Farrell High Steelers. The Steelers are our mascot. And then we got...
That can't be possible.
What? Still being a mascot?
Yeah, Rooney or the Steelers organization got to put the kibosh on that. There's only one Steelers.
And maybe they mean like their mascot's like the Steely McBean. Maybe he's the mascot. Steely low-key.
I guess I'd accept that because we don't even want him.
Listen, Steely low-key getting buzzed with the youth. I was out there with Steely on Friday night. Bro, remember Vince, right?
Yeah.
So he coaching at Pine Richland. We pulled up. He was the he was like the Steelers game of the week. So we pulled up on him.
Is he the head coach?
No, linebackers coach out there.
Okay.
Yeah. But bro, they got a squad. That was a playoff game, bro. They nice.
They won?
Yeah, they nice. And they got the backup quarterback in straight running. Bro, it's like watching the Tennessee Titans play. They choking you out, running that ball down your throat. Yeah, it's that type. It looked like a Pittsburgh Steelers a part of the organization. I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? But Steely, bro, like we get the crowd going, but Steely, man, they be going crazy for Steely right now, bro. He hop up in that thing with the big hat and pulls his hat. That's his trick. When he takes the hat off and puts on a little fan or something, oh, they lose their mind. Oh my God. Yes, bro. I can't make this up, man. They didn't change Steely. Steely don't show up with them overalls and that flannel no more. He got big biceps and a jersey, bro. I'm telling you, man, they didn't revamp Steely, man. He's a part of the culture. He's low-key getting his footprint in there. They doing it the right way. They catching him with the new wave fans, the youth.
That's exactly what they're
doing.
They
going high school and all youth football activities. When I go to these elementary schools, you know, bro, I did the STEAM thing. I was talking STEM at West Allegheny Middle School. Was that 3 weeks ago? Okay. You know who was in there with me? Steely McBean. I got 2 more STEM introduction, seminar programs, right? Guess who's going to be there with me on both of them things? Steely. They are very strategic, man. They hitting all the high school and under. They're going to love Steely in about 10 years, B. Watch. I'm telling you, they're going to love him, man. That's their guy.
They're forcing them on us.
Hey, watch. All these young... Bro, even my son was going...
It's like, a generational thing.
Hey, this how it gets you, too. You ready?
Wow.
Check this out. Steely hits the gritty, too.
Oh, man.
They absolutely lose their mind when he hits the gritty, bro. That's
it must be the same guy every time then.
Yeah,
huh?
That's my man. He's cool. But, dude, that's like he goes with it. And it's like, okay. They be like, yo, get it, Steely. You get hype. And before you know, I be like, yo, Steely. It's kind of like when you look on social media and you're like, oh, is that Dora? Why is Dora crip walking? Or is this Barney? Why Barney over there doing the blood walk? What's this all? You know what I mean?
It's Spider-Man in New York.
Yes, bro. He get the gritty, and I'm just like, bro, Steely is out of pocket today, and they absolutely lose their mind. But when you think about us athletes, not all of us want to do that. When I go to a friend's, I don't want a gritty. I have 5 selfies signed,
dude, you got a gritty.
But I don't want to. I will on occasion, but that's not what I want to do all the time. You think about if Kenny Pickett or if it's another guy, like we bring a certain element, but that's an element that mascots bring. And that's what they doing, bro. I'm just letting you know. So when you start seeing more Steely, man, don't be surprised by it. They've infiltrated this thing very strategically, bro. Very strategically.
I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'm glad you're giving me a warning.
I'm just trying to give you a heads up, bro. Steely, bro, they be like, yo, Steely's lit. I'll be like, yo, what is that? And then he take that head off, put it on somebody, and be, oh, my God. Yes, bro. Yes. Can't make this up, bro.
Juju do any appearances with Steely? I'm sure that's probably when it's brought the house down.
You get them two together, TikToking with the gritty. Oh, man, it'd be over, bro. But for a fact, man, that is their thing, man. Yeah, so Steely's going to be majorly a part of this thing. All right, let me get a couple more of these things. All right, Noah Harris tuning in from the Winchester, VA. Shout out to Winchester, VA also. And Nanzito, he says, Moats, the November 6th twin. Shout out, Nanzito. Yes, man, my baby girl, man. Beautifully born on November 6th, man. Love that. It always reminded me, too, that when she was actually born, that was actually a Tuesday. And it was election day. So we always like remind ourselves then. But now obviously the date's been shifted. But anytime her birthday comes up, I was like, oh, election time. Make sure you vote. So yeah, election is tomorrow for, Senate, stuff like that. So make sure you go out there and vote if you so choose to. It is your option, one way or the other. But I always like to say that as well.
You got any endorsements?
Bro, I'm not doing that. Nah, I'm not doing that. Even though it is funny, bro, my children, they killed me the other day. So we sitting here, right? And every time I upload any of our footage on the channel, because they're subscribed, they get notifications. So they pull up one and they instantly like, Dad, I just want to let you know we hate your ads. I was like, what you mean? I don't want to hear about Doug Mastriano. I don't want to hear about John Fetterman. I don't want to hear about Dr. Oz. I don't want to hear about Superior. I'm just like, bro, why do y'all know all these names? Because every time we watch a video, Dad, that's all that pops up on everybody's stuff. Right? It's YouTube. Everywhere, bro. It's everywhere. Not just ours, it's everywhere. So just throw that out there. But yeah, so for me, no, I'm not endorsing anybody, bro. I am cool on all that. But yeah, they man, just think, how my kids are. You got 16, recently turned 10, and 7. Hollering about all these politicians' names. I'm like, bro, why do y'all know these names? Dad, I see them on all your commercials. They always on your videos. Sorry. So, yes. Do you want to endorse anybody? What was yours? You know me. I don't do politics like that. I'm good.
I'll stay out of it, too.
All right. And then the last one we have, last two. LL tuning in from the 828 Mars Hill, North Carolina in the house. Hashtag here we go. And X Fabs watching from Germany. Salute you over there. Mein Haus as Dein Haus, baby. All right. Alrighty. And it looks like we already got AJ Martinez tuning in. He said, bye week was last week. Now I'm back on my pivot. Let's get it. Salute you, AJ.
Yeah, I figure we start
appreciate
with him, right?
you. Let's do it, man. Absolutely.
Then we'll work backwards. AJ Martinez says, and this is a nice little 50 burger he dropped on this fine Monday.
And we greatly appreciate your support.
Shout out to my pops, a 76-year-old madman working on his second workout of the day. Let's go, Ernie. Let's go, Steelers. Let's go, Sabotage 7. I don't know if you should say let's go in front of Sabotage 7, but...
Like, are we encouraging the sabotage, or are we saying, like, no, man?
I just think he's saying the theory is sound.
Yeah, I think he's the rally cry. Like,
yeah. Oh, I know. He's definitely on. He's definitely on my side, and everyone else's side that thinks everyone was against 7 last year. Let's go, chat. Let's go, Master Moats and the Deke Diggler. Bad Arse #1 podcast on the freaking planet. Blessings.
AJ, man, big time salute for you, man. We greatly appreciate you. Let's see, where do we start this off at? Shout out to your pops, man. Ernie, holding that thing down, 76 years old, 2 workouts in a dizzy. Man, I love that energy, more life, big time salute. I look forward to the day I'm 76 getting 2 of them workouts in, baby. Sabotage 7, that's on Deke. He salutes you. Master Moats, I even got a Master Moats shirt on today, man, because I was actually breaking down some tape. Will Jackson III, man, had to go ahead and drop one of them things. Finally, man, I took the bye week to heart, Deke.
I did too.
I took it to heart. I just wanted to be fully transparent.
Once Friday hit, I didn't even look at my computer.
It was over. I have been telling myself, I need to drop this. Go ahead, get it done. And I was like, no, it's the bye week. I refuse. So, yeah.
I needed that, though. I feel amazing today.
Yeah. So, I'm with you, bro. I need to recharge, bro. Sometimes, like, we kind of forget, like, we do be putting in work. Like, we both be grinding. Yeah. So I'm glad that you also were able to,
It was a good bye week for everyone.
Heck yes, man. So salute that, man. But
Think for the team. It literally was the perfect time because anything earlier, we'd be at this point right now, like, damn, we like need something. We need something to break it up. But then if it was later, we'd be like, man, we need it right now. We don't need it in like 2 or 3 weeks. It was the perfect timing.
Like when you talk about smack dab in the middle, it's like right here, right where we needed that, man. From an injury standpoint, mental, recovery, refresher standpoint. full sample or a larger sample size as well. Like you said, this was 2 weeks ago. You're still figuring out who is what roles, confidence, trust, a whole bunch of that, man. So I'm with you, man. All right. But shout out to AJ getting it off the way that he does.
He started it off too here.
Oh, he spun the block twice on us then. All right.
Yep. First chat of the day says, congrats to you and your wife, James, on a new baby. Another super angel on earth. We all just became better. Blessings.
Big fact.
I don't know who James is.
I don't know James either, but James, man.
James Heath.
Shout out to James Heath, man. Hey, man, make sure, if you want to, share the photo of the, you and your wife, your little baby, man, little family action, man. We are all loving of that, man. Anytime any of y'all in the chat have any, big time milestones or anything like that, man, we love to hear about it, man. Love to see it. Obviously, arthurmoats.com is the easiest way to do that, man. But now we would love to see, the little baby. I love baby fever, bro. My man just had his little gender reveal. Dangerfield, shout out to Jordan Dangerfield, man. He having a little daughter coming on, baby. I'm excited, man. I'm like, yo, keep the babies rolling in, man. I don't want any new babies in my house per se, but I'm loving the fact that everybody is having kids, man. You ain't about to drop, are you?
I ain't contribute.
All right, cool. I'm just checking. I ain't want no surprises. I mean, you could surprise me if you want to, but I ain't want no surprise. I was thought we was on the same page. We good.
No surprises here.
All right. I guess, listen, when I talk to certain of my homeboys, I know which ones I'm looking for babies from and which ones I'm like, bro, we ain't, That ain't in the conversation right now.
Ask me in 5 or 10 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably 10.
I got you. I know how to read it.
Yeah, 10's better.
I'm with you. Take your time.
Yeah, 10, 15.
Take your time. So, yeah, big time salute, baby.
Nick Y has joined the upper room.
Man, Nick Y, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And he's usually from Tulsa, Oklahoma, if I remember correctly. I think if I recollect right, then I might be right.
He's from Oklahoma.
Tulsa, he's a right? Fan. Yeah.
He's down bad this year for college football.
I can see that.
Autumn Caddy, hey Deke and Moats, if the Steelers were to get rid of Matt Canada during the offseason, do you think Frank Reich would be a good fit for the Steelers to have a proven OC? Of course. That'd be an amazing fit. He's a great offensive coordinator. He is one of those guys where you'd have to pay premium dollar, though. I wonder if the Steelers would be willing to do that. I would hope so. But that's all in the case we get rid of Matt Canada, and I guess we'll just see when we get there. But yes, I think clearly he would be a premium offensive coordinator hire for us.
Yeah. Simple answer, absolutely. For multiple reasons. When you talk about his trajectory or his path to where he's at now, you look at him. He's, done it as a quarterback's coach. You've seen the guys that he's worked with and the success that they've had. You've seen him as an offensive coordinator and the success that he's been able to have in that vein. You've also seen him have to handle adversity while still being able to go on a run to win a Super Bowl. What we're talking about in Philly, where you go from Carson Wentz, who was playing one type of way, MVP caliber, gets hurt, and then you shift it, and then you get a Nick Foles, who at that time hadn't been the most consistent quarterback, hadn't been, outside of a 1 year with Chip Kelly, been a guy that you would really believe to be capable of taking you to a Super Bowl. But to see them still be able to go and do that, win it, I mean, yeah, he's proven in terms of offensive coordinator status. But like Deke said, he's going to be a hot commodity for, that reason right there. But I also wonder a couple of things. Financially, yes, he's going to cost. He's not a guy that you're getting for a cheap, we're going to pay you what the Steelers pay in terms of.
We got that Acrisure money now.
Yeah,
though, so we need
and that is a difference. Absolutely. Because historically, we have been on the lower side in terms of salaries for our assistant coaches, coordinators, and stuff like that. So I think that part firstly comes into it. Secondly, when you're weighing potential job opportunities, Pittsburgh is not the only team that's going to need offensive coordinator help. And I think of other potential teams and what their quarterback situation might look like, or their roster situation, or even their head coach situation. For example, Jacksonville, right? Doug Peterson down there, Trevor Lawrence down there. If the scenario played out where Doug is like, hey, man, Frank, we won one before. I got you another guy, top pick, athletic, big arm. That's also what you would be competing against as well. Familiarity, so I think of that part. But, I definitely think that he's somebody that we should consider if it comes to that. Now, we will see what this offense looks like in the second half of the season going forward, and ultimately the decisions that will be made with Matt Canada or for Matt Canada. But, Frank Wright, if he's available, I definitely think you consider him. But I'm not one of those people right now that feel like you fire Matt Canada today and go make Frank Wright an offer. Like, I don't think you do that personally.
I think it'd be an impossible thing for the Steelers to do. I don't even think they'd be capable of doing that.
Well, and the reason I said I wouldn't but the reason I don't say it's impossible is this: who's going to be the interim head coach the rest of the season for the Indianapolis Colts? Jeff Saturday. You know what Jeff Saturday's been doing all season, right? He been doing what we've been doing, talking on the microphone.
NFL Live.
Yeah, and now he's about to go be a head coach of an organization. You catch my drift? So anything is possible. I need to hit up Mike Mitch since he's still over there. Like, bro, talk to me, man. What is going on, baby? What is going on? I'm kind of nervous because that is like, it's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, and you know how Mike is. He's very passionate. You've seen his passion.
Yeah, yes, I like him. I like him a lot.
Yes, but sometimes like I don't want to, you know what I mean? We don't need to put that out there always. But
we can make some national headwaves maybe.
We for certain would. But I don't, as you've seen also, not all publicity is good publicity. We've definitely seen that as well. All right, so we don't want to be a part of any of that going on. But with that being the case though, man, the reason why I wouldn't fire Matt Canada today and say, hey, Frank Wright, make him an offer you can't refuse, come in here, is because I still do feel that our development, or Kenny's development specifically, it's not going to be benefited if you get rid of Canada today and bring in another voice, another guy who's going to have a different scheme, a different set of expectations, a different coaching style. Because to me right now, partly when I watch Kenny, I'm wondering, has Matt Canada giving him a little bit too much? And does he need to dial the reins back a little bit? Just in the sense of simplification. When we've talked about it in the past, in terms of guys downfield open, right? Which route are you reading, coverage and stuff like that? Well, with Trubisky, it was one set of things, right? And we understood, yeah, at that level in his career, you could give him more on his plate to tell him you could read everything out here, make the right throw. But with Kenny, I'm wondering, it's like, man, the more I watch him, do you dial it back some? And you could do that, and it could be beneficial. But at the same time, I wonder, are you going to limit him and take away some of the things that makes him him? But I do consider that when I watch him, because it's like, man, we have some concepts that I think Matt Canada draws up really well, where guys are running open, where it's schemed up the way you want it to, and it's called at the perfect time. But I do feel like at times Kenny is not reading it the way that he needs to. And this, I mean, it's normal. He's a rookie. But that's the other reason why I'm just like, I wouldn't want to just knock off Canada today, bring in Frank Wright, and think it's going to change anything. I think if anything, it hurts him a little bit more than it would help him, you know?
Not only is that some of the stuff you're seeing on tape, I'm witnessing it just from watching these last 3 or 4 games. Mm-hmm. I think our offense is steadily improving. It's not being shown completely because of the points we're putting up, but I really think we moved the ball the best, I think, all season last game against the Eagles.
Like, literally,
we got in the red zone basically 4 times.
Yeah.
Now we just got to start converting with that. We got the bye, so hopefully that helps with Kenny, his experience. He's picking up some of the stuff he's looking at on film. Our defense should be better. So I'm with you on that, because I even agreed heading into the bye, whenever just the blanket statement of should the Steelers fire Matt Canada, should they do that? And there wasn't any other solution. Now I guess a solution could be, we'll bring in Frank Wright. I wonder if Reich is even looking to do something like that. The only time I've seen a head coach get fired and then go take another job in the middle of the season is Hugh Jackson.
That's what I was about to say, Hugh.
It's not a common thing to do. You usually just kind of sit back and then just wait till the offseason.
And then you also have to understand, or we haven't even heard from Frank in the sense of, you're going from being a head coach. Do you want to step back and be an offensive coordinator?
I was thinking that too. I bet you he's going to get some head coach looks.
Yeah.
It's not like he wasn't a success in Indy.
He took them to the playoffs. Now, at the same time,
with a bunch of random quarterbacks. This was after Andrew Luck went down retired.
But then he also does have a stinker. Last year, the whole last game of the season, you got to win that one. So it's like, we've seen the positive, but at the same time, we can't discredit the success that he has had at other locations either. So, I think, just hearing if he actually wants to be offensive coordinator matters. Because Brian Flores, I think, was different because the controversy that was surrounding him, the stigma surrounding him. Whereas with Frank Wright, there is no stigma. The only thing we're going to, get on him about is Indy not, doing what they needed to do. But you're going to point to Phillip Rivers. We're going to point to daggone Matt Ryan. We're going to point to injuries. It's going to be multiple things that you could kind of offset that with his track record.
Those, if anything, are just bad head coaching decisions. Now, I don't know how much that was Reich versus their GM versus their owner, how much they had in play, picking whatever quarterbacks were coming in and just not settling maybe 3-4 years ago and saying, like, hey, let's just draft a dude instead of trying to do
Jacoby
all these.
Brissett.
Instead of trying to do all these, like, 1-year little experiments with all these different quarterbacks.
Was it Hoyer?
Yeah, Hoyer.
Hoyer.
Weren't they in tandem together, though?
I thought it was
like half
Brissett,
a year.
and then because Brissett didn't play the game that we played. That was when Minka had the pick 6 here.
Did he? I think he started the game, though, didn't he?
You're right.
I
He
could
got
be
hurt.
wrong. But
He got
yeah, I
hurt.
think because Hoyer
Yeah.
definitely threw the pick 6.
Cam Hayward hurt him. Quentin Nelson, that's what it was. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
I looked. I think it's 6
Yeah.
quarterbacks. It was Brissett,
Yeah.
Hoyer,
That's crazy,
Wentz,
bro.
Rivers,
I
Matt
forgot
Ryan,
Wentz.
and then Ellinger.
Yeah, I forgot all about Wentz was there too. Yeah.
So I don't know how much was that a Reich decision or whatnot, but if you're an OC, you don't have to worry about that. You're just
Correct.
calling the offense.
Yeah. Which we know he can do that at a high level.
Absolutely.
Because his track record is definitely proven that. And it's at the professional level because I thought of Frank Wright and I also thought of Matt Rule, the other dude, because,
Oh.
well, and just in the sense of this, remember when Matt took the job to go to Carolina, he was a highly sought after offensive mind because of the success that he had at Baylor. Not a traditional blue blood powerhouse for football, especially when you're talking about the offense that he was running. And it wasn't like he had SEC type talent, whereas
He's got those connections to Pickett.
so I heard that as well.
Temple, yeah.
So with that, it was like, man, I even considered him, but I wondered because he's another college success guy, but really didn't get a chance to prove it or have success at the NFL level calling calls, would we still have that Matt Canada hangover? Because Matt Canada, in a sense, granted, Matt Canada wasn't as decorated as Matt Rule coming out of college.
That's the one thing you could hang
Right.
your hat on. At
That's
least
the
if
one
you brought
thing.
in Rule.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was wondering because it's like, yo, we just did the whole college to NFL thing, but we want to tap into that again versus a Frank Wright or somebody of that mold. There's just a lot more proven at this level versus a guy that we're projecting can, or we're thinking his schemes can translate to this level.
Yeah. If we get rid of Canada, I think essentially these are the names I want to be thinking of.
Yeah.
I want to be big spenders. I want to be in the mix for a guy that's competent and has excelled as a play caller.
For sure.
And we know is like, all right, the Steelers really did good work on this one. I think like
Yeah.
that's all I want. Like, can we get some like really highly qualified candidates?
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for.
I'm with it.
If that happens, even if the offense does improve, it's not saying we still don't fire Canada.
Right.
I was thinking that today
no,
because maybe
yeah.
someone could still
Yeah.
be an upgrade. Like,
And-
he can untap the potential of this offense.
Yes, there is nothing wrong with him getting this offense firing and looking really good. And then we're still like, hey, thank you for your service.
We still need more.
But we want this guy instead. There is nothing wrong with that at all, man. Nothing. So, yeah, that was good, though.
Simple answer, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'd
But
be fine with getting him.
I did miss the fact that AJ spent the block in a major. Well,
I
he
did
came
see
back
that.
with the big boy. Yeah. Shout out to AJ Martinez. He on one today, ladies and gentlemen. AJ in the building. Can we just pause for the calls for AJ? Shout out to you, baby. We just want to shout you out and shout you out again. Okay.
He just says for the culture.
Oh,
Master
for
Moats.
the culture, Lord have mercy.
Drop the
AJ,
C note for us.
for the culture, we greatly appreciate you as well. You know that. You know we appreciate you.
Okay, let me try to get back on track here. We left off with Autumn McCaddy. I think the next one is 828 Style, right?
Yes.
Says,
Hickory, North Carolina.
Yep,
Hickory. Yeah.
yep. What's up from Hickory?
What they
NC?
do? What they do?
Working on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers My Cause, My Cleats customs
Let's go.
for next month.
Yes, sir.
Finished the Cowboys last week. Hey, Moats, do you think the Steelers would be interested?
I think they would, but I do know it's another guy locally that's doing some stuff as well with them. So you might have some competition, but they definitely would be because first off,
He can only do so much, probably, too.
and that's the thing. Yeah, I was going to say they can only do X amount, and you're still going to get the other type of players that might not want to do that particular style. They want something different, or they want to go to somebody else. So, just give you the heads up. But no, they definitely would be interested, man. But no, I salute you for that, man. That's dope as heck, too, man, that you're doing that, man. I'm going to have to check out some of your stuff, man. Send something into the website, man, so we can just see it, man. Especially them Cowboys ones, Hey, you would have been proud, too, Deke. Well, actually, we'll get to it when we start recapping some of these games, man. Okay. But my son, man, was watching some of these football games, some of these quarterbacks. Woo, you should have seen them. You should have seen. You'd have been proud, Deke. Some of the comments he was making, some of the guys who was rooting for and rooting against.
What was he saying?
You've been proud of him, baby. That's all I'm saying. You've been proud of him. We're gonna get to it.
Give me an example.
We're gonna get to it, man.
828 Style. I would say your pitch is pretty easy. Just DM some of the Steeler players and show your work that you've already done for the Bucs and now the Cowboys.
Yeah. I know that's how it happened for mine. Yeah. For mine, literally, dude was like, yo, I paint cleats, bro. I know you like to do stuff for the charities and stuff like that, man. It's something you want to get done. I was like, oh, shoot. All right, you do this. All right, what's the number? How much? All right, I like your price point. Let's get it. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Don't do it for free. Yeah. Make sure you're getting compensated, man. All right. Definitely make sure you're getting
already working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. Because, you know how I just feel like I'm obligated to say that to you. Because, yes, I'm obligated to say that to you. All right? Make sure you get your compensation.
Let's go UW. He says ACC is the softest conference in all NCAA.
Oh, let's go UW. Oh, he talking that Mountain West though.
Well, if you're talking about the
Mountain
Power
West,
4,
baby. Chill out.
The Power 5
He G5 with me. He G5 with me. You know, us G5ers got to stick together, baby.
If you're talking Power 5, potentially. Because if Clemson's losing games like that, and they're supposed to be
but they
top
were number
dogs,
4. They were number 4.
Yeah, they've been terrible though. Yeah. They've been skating by this year. They should have like 2 or 3 losses.
Who else was a top 10 or top team that got mobbed? Oh man,
if our other ranked teams are supposed to be NC State and Syracuse,
Tennessee was the other one they got beat. Yeah,
North Carolina,
Tennessee got worked too. Yeah, they were 1 seed, number 1, not a 1 seed, but ranked number 1. Yeah.
Pac-12, they got Oregon and USC, UCLA. Big 12. I know Oklahoma's down, but Texas is still ranked. Did they win?
TCU. What about them?
Yeah, they're Big 12. They're undefeated. I mean, he has a point. I'm not even going to front. He has a point. It's been rough in the ACC for football this year. He actually has a point. Yeah, because Pitt was supposed to be ranked, or we were ranked 17 starting the season, and now we're not ranked, and Clemson sucks. It's just, he's got a point. He really does.
Still got time, though. We'll see how this thing finishes out.
828 style. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Hickory is the 828, as in 828 style. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hickory is the 8. Oh, maybe he's saying like Hickory, North Carolina is 828 area code, maybe?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Trina Steel Diva, giving us some support.
Shout out to Trina.
Let's go UW.
You know you got to always shout out Trina, man. Where Damon at? Damon ain't shout Trina out today, man. Or we ain't got to him shouting her out just yet. But you know, that's how he always got to shout Trina out, man. It's mandatory.
Yeah, where's Damon Brown?
Hope you doing well today, Trina.
Let's go UW, says Frank Wright. Better not be on our radar for OC. I don't know who Frank Wright is, but Frank Wright.
We don't want Frank Wright.
Should be on our radar for OC.
We want Frank Wright. That's the one we want. Yeah.
Yeah, no moves right now.
Yeah, we got time, bro.
Definitely something to think about this offseason. 828 style. Did y'all see El Bell on The Masked Singer?
No, I did not. Is he up there, bro?
Yeah, he got unmasked.
How did he do?
I don't know.
Oh,
I just saw a video of them.
Was he still puffy, or was he good now?
I didn't take too much time to look into it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, you heard when me and TG talk, bro. We felt some type of way, bro. I need that eye to go back to regular. Okay. Yeah, that rubbed me all the way the wrong way. I said, oh, okay. I don't need to know a lot of boxers because I can't handle this like that.
AJ Martinez. Steeler Nation will always know Sabotage 7 is real and it lives on.
He gonna keep fighting that good fight with you, Deke. I love it.
Well, I appreciate that. And he's right. Truth will set you free. Colton Troy Fu. Aloha, my brothers.
Aloha.
Moats, what are you seeing when it comes to our inefficiency in the run game? Is it scheme personnel or others?
No, to me, I think it's a little others. Or no, excuse me, not others. I don't want, because to me, it's not personnel. I think we have the personnel to execute it. I just think that they're not executing the blocks. They're not holding their blocks. When you're talking about the offensive line, they're making contact, but they're not sustaining them. Same could be said with the receivers. They'll make an initial contact, which is great, but the timing matters. And when you're talking about holding a block on the perimeter for a run, you know, that's a toss or a stretch, you got to hold that block a lot longer than 1 to 2 seconds. And I think that's some of the stuff that's been a disconnect on the perimeter stuff. When you're talking about the interior runs, the inconsistencies with the blockers, that also has been a factor in the sense of you get the guards blocking, but the tackle gets beat. All right, guard and tackle do what they're supposed to do, but now, you know, the center gets beat. And it's some of that going on. And then you still do on occasion have Najee just not making good reads. And part of that, I do think, is the residual of when he's feeling as if the offensive line isn't giving him consistent holds. he starts to look a little bit too much. And that has also played a part in it. And I think the reason why we've had success a lot more with Jaylen Warren, number one, is when we put him in there, as I talked about before, some of the defenses, they treat it as if this is passing situations. So they stay too high and they don't respect that we're going to run it with him. And when we do run it, he's actually hitting the ball downhill. And on those runs, we've actually sustained our blocks. So now you get a guy that's explosive, decisive, going through the hole, not dancing, and it's a lighter box. So that's why he's able to hit and have a lot more of those, just better looking runs for us. Whereas when Najee's in the game, teams aren't respecting the pass element of it. They're saying, man, walk that safety into this box because we know what they're trying to do with this dude. You know what I mean? And with that being the case, the extra defender in the box, along with the inconsistency of the blocking going on, offensive line and receiver related, it's that perfect storm of every time you watch it, it's like, yeah, it's going to look bad. It's going to look bad. It's going to look bad. And then on occasion, you'll get one or two of those runs where everybody does what they're supposed to do. And we'll see it. And we're like, oh, that's the Najee we know. That's what the offense could look like. But because it's not happening consistently enough, we don't get enough of those feelings. And that's why, the run game, when you're talking about statistically as bad as it is, and when we're talking about that feeling, right, the eyeball test for the nerds like myself, the non-nerds, like when you're just watching it, you feel like, the running game is just porous at times. That is why. So, long answer short, yeah, definitely personnel for me, man, I guess. Personnel not doing what they're supposed to do or not doing what they're capable of doing, because they're definitely capable of it, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez, happy birthday to Master Moats, 10-year-old daughter.
Shout out, baby girl
Happy birthday.
Eva. Yes, indeed, man. My Buffalo baby. Touch my heart, bro. Touch my heart. I love this dad stuff, bro. It's kind of cool, man. Kind of stressful, but kind of cool.
Nick, why? My 1 year, 2 month upper room didn't renew. So I had to re-up on my Moats and Deke fix.
Shout out.
Love the program. Keep putting out the fire content. 918 Nick.
Shout out. Let's go, Nick. It's people like you that make us do what we want to do. You feel me? You make us want to come up here and talk because we know you care. You support, man. Appreciate you.
We'll give another shout out to AJ Martinez.
Oh, big time salute. You already know. For the
scrolling
culture.
Through his $100 comment.
Just casual for the culture.
Yeah, we'll say it again for the
Cheers
culture.
for the culture.
Sean McCartney. D. Johnson, most open receiver that can't catch. Ebron 2.0.
Yeah, he saw the statistic, bro. They're saying, was it SportsCenter or ESPN? It was like, he's the most open receiver in the NFL. And then they said Pickens, they said he generates the least amount of separation or something like that, but he has like the highest like catch radius or something for him, where it was like, all right, so you just need to throw him the ball, even though he's covered. And then for Deontay, you need to throw him the ball more because he's always open. So, yeah, this dropped. It was like a couple days ago, man. Yeah.
I may have seen the Deontay one.
No, it said most open in the NFL.
Sounds vaguely familiar. Matthew Patterson. What are your thoughts on Charlie Batch for OC?
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't know if he would want to do it. But, yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, he's a quarterback. He's played this game at a high level in the sense of, 14 years? Something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, when you play that long, baby, what you have seen, what you have learned, even what you have forgotten, like, I respect it, So, yeah, I mean, if that's something that he wanted to pursue, I'm cool with it. But I also, it'll be one of those things where I'm always torn, so to speak, with that part of it in the sense that we haven't seen him coaching. Yeah. And it's like, all right, you're bringing him in because it's Steely, and I love that. And I personally think that he's capable, but we haven't seen him actually, like, have to do this, coach this. From my understanding, he's done media and nonprofit since retirement, outside of when we go head-to-head in our youth football, and our mob, he know what time it is. Ask him, the only one this thing got him. 7-on-7. Old Mo. Whole 5-5. Just know that, all right? Took a band of misfits, Deke. He was pissed, didn't even dap me up, ran to the car. I'd never let him forget it, all right? So outside of me, no one else is taking him down. So I do feel very confident in his abilities to call plays for any level. But I would like to see, kind of like Byron Leftwich, right? B. Left didn't just come out and was OC the first day he came in this thing. He was a GA.
QB
He was
coach.
a QB coach, offensive assistant, pass game coordinator, then OC. When I think of, I'm trying to think, who's a guy that did not have to go that route, but was kind of just appointed. Actually, I'm gonna stay away from that because I don't want to get anybody. I don't want to do that. Yeah, but you catch my drift. You ultimately, I would like to see guys just prove that they can do this thing. Oh no, this is what I was thinking about. And this is like Joe Judge, right, from New England Patriots. Now, granted, he was already coaching, but very different. Special teams coordinator, and they said, "What? Be offensive coordinator." Never had done it at this level, and we saw he kind of flamed out. When I think of Charlie, I'm just like, yo, not saying he's not capable of it, but I would like to see him have to build up to get to that. Versus just handing it to him and saying, hey, because we love you here in Pittsburgh, go ahead and take this thing.
So, in 10 years, you're saying you don't feel like you'd be worthy of just jump from here to be the DC Steelers if they asked you?
Listen, I'm not saying that that's not the case, but I don't think that it would give me... Put it like this.
You'd have to work up. You're saying you'd be linebackers coach or
Right.
something. And
I would personally feel more comfortable in my own ability if I worked up. If I was I don't want to be an assistant, like a GA, because I'm like, yo, I think I'm past that. But like I would come in LB's coach. Then from there, run game coordinator or pass game coordinator. Then DC. I don't want you to just throw me out there at DC, and I've never done that before.
What about head coach?
Well, it's the same concept. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's a new day and age with Jeff Saturday, though.
Well, and that's the part. But, Jeff, we're going to find out because it is very different. Like, we watch tape, and I know Jeff Saturday watches tape like I watch tape just from what he says. So it's like, I get it. But any player, and Jeff as well, will attest to this, man. What we watch as players is not the same amount of tape as them head coaches watch. Man, we're talking your big understanding. It's still stuff that even me, I'm still learning. That, you know, if I was really going to pursue coaching, I would go and do a coaching internship program where I'm shadowing a coach time, where I'm shadowing, these different elite coaches and coordinators to really get that understanding versus just acting as if, oh yeah, man, I watch tape. I know players. I know how to call calls. Let me just go out here and take that job. Like, to me, I think that I would be a little bit arrogant of myself to just think I could walk into that versus like having to build it up. Now, Jeff, his situation is different. He's an Indianapolis legend, So they could have went Peyton Manning. He probably said, nah, I'm good. So then it was like, Jeff, you want to get an opportunity? He was like, do it for the lineman. And he went, I get it. That's cool. I don't think it's the best situation for him, but I don't think he really wants to be a coach. I think this is just like, hey, man, I'm doing TV. You give me the opportunity to coach my whole squad. Why not?
Buzz.
Why not? I think that's kind of how I looked at it. I don't think it makes a lot of sense personally, but I don't know what the organization is trying to do either. It's just like, yo, you fired the OC, then you wait a couple of days, then you fire the head coach. And then it's like, oh, we're not going to promote anybody that's been here since training camp and doing that. Jeff, come on, man. You be the interim head coach. Make it make sense, Deke. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, with the batch question, it's not a bad idea. I just don't think he wants to do it. This is completely from the outside looking in, but you're right. All he's done is media and charity since he came out. And not to say he can't change his mind though. I'm sure he'd be a great coach. And
trust me, Charlie watches film too. Don't think that I'm the only one. Like, Charlie definitely watches tape. He knows his stuff. He definitely has an intimate knowledge of this team as well. But still, it's a difference, man. It is a difference when you're talking about as a coordinator. Just to break it down a little bit more. We think of coordinator in the simple sense of just call plays. But it's bigger than just calling a call. You have to have a feel for this thing. You have to know situationally what you're trying to attack. You have to be able to anticipate how defenses are going to attack you. You have to understand every strength and weakness of each player that's on that field. Because when you're designing these calls, Deke, it's as simple as, do I want to leave my backside guard isolated one-on-one? Because if I slide the protection, now I'm leaving my tackle one-on-one, or I'm leaving my running back one-on-one with this outside linebacker. So how do I want to scheme this up? Now you got to figure out the scheme of it, but then you also got to know when you're going to call it. And to call it when it's actually going to be the defense that you're anticipating to being out there. That is not this simple, oh man, just call plays on Madden, so to speak. You know what I mean? And then when you're talking about the teaching of the techniques, just because I tell you, man, I want you to run a vertical, or I want you to run a 7, or I want you to run a stop, that's not detail. that's just a big overall concept, right? I want you to just run this route, but what is the detail in this? I need you to run this route at 15. I need you to run this route at 13. It's the same exact route, but I need you to run it at different depths. Why? Because I need you to either open this up for this guy. I need to clear this route out for this guy. And those are the things when we're talking about being a coordinator, man. When you're talking about designing plays, all of that goes into it. And to just think that a person could go from not doing that at any point in time on a full-time basis, and it's like, oh yeah, I got it now, man. And I'm gonna know it to the point that I can not just tell you it, but I can teach it to you as well, all across the board. That just seems like a lot to me, man. It does, bro. It seems like a lot. Like coordinators, bro, like that's the stuff right below the head coach. They got a lot of responsibility on their plate, man. A lot of responsibility.
Next one.
No.
Crystal Brevant. Eric, do you support the Steelers having cheerleaders? Who's Eric?
She really calls you Eric. Damn. First name. Yikes.
That's borderline disrespect.
Yikes. Oh, my God. I was here like, bro, who is Eric Lord? Called you like you was the feds, bro. Or maybe she the feds. Yikes.
Yeah, what the hell? Is my middle name going to be thrown in there next?
Eric. God, and she capitalized the E. She was real formal with that thing. God, dog. All right. What's up, Eric?
Steelers having cheerleaders, not though.
How you feel about that, Eric?
Nah, we good.
You good?
Keep the tradition. No cheerleaders. Strictly business here in the Bird.
All right, I want to ask Deke there because she asked Eric. Eric didn't want cheerleaders. Hey, yo, Deke, what up though, man? Deke, come on, baby. I know how you feel at times with entertainment, Deke. You know what I'm saying, Deke? You a single man out here, Deke. You ain't married up in these streets, Deke. You got time, Deke.
Deke feels the same way.
Oh, okay. That's good to hear. All right.
Only football.
Okay. And Steely McBean.
No distraction. No, I don't want Steely McBean.
He's out there, bro.
Steely McBean.
He's out there. It's too late. He is out there, bro.
He wasn't part of the tradition. We just added him in there in like 2010 or something. I think it was 2007, actually. 2008, something like that. We just threw him in there. No one wanted him.
All I'm saying is, if Steely's a part of the change, you know what goes with mascots? Cheerleaders. And not the kind that we got. The other kinds. We can get some cheerleaders, bro. So we good, bro.
Wait, what kind do we got? What do you mean?
We currently got cheerleaders, but we don't have those. We got the other kind of cheerleaders.
What do you mean?
Strip district. We do. Is that not accurate? That's
I'm
very
sorry
accurate.
I missed your first
You're
joke.
good, bro, but that is
ask about that again.
That is accurate, joke. Bro. Yeah. You know, it is. For those that know, they know. We will leave it at that.
Just move them over to Heinz or Acrisure
We
Stadium
could,
on
bro.
Sundays.
That's all I'm saying. We don't have the traditional kind, but we do have them here, and we got Steely, and we could just put them together. Probably change the attire a little bit. Got to slightly tweak it, but it could work.
No, if it was up to me, no cheerleaders, no mascots. I'd get rid of Steely McBean right now if I was president of football operations with the Steelers. He'd be gone. Okay. I'd probably be the most hated man amongst Gen Z Steeler fans, according to you. They'd probably hate me.
Yeah, man, they not feeling you, bro. You don't like TikTok. You don't like Steely McBean, bro. No cheerleaders. Like, what's happening, man?
I'd tell them, listen,
come on, man.
We're going back to Steeler football of the 70s. We ain't doing all this Steely McBean gritty shit.
Come on, man. Hey.
Nope. We got rid of Claypool. No more Juju.
Look, you want Hinesville to go crazy or Acrisure to go crazy? Let Steely do the gritty at the 50 to start the game. I guarantee they go nuts. I promise you, Deke.
There's no way.
I promise you they would lose their mind, Deke. Think about when you go into the stadium now. You're seeing the younger demographic. You see the younger people out there. They would be grittying, bro. They love it. And when he does it, they go crazy. I thought it was just at the youth football camps until I started coming to these high school games and these middle schools. And I'm just like, bro, y'all really like going nuts right now. Oh, he hit the gritty. Oh, my. Like, bro, like, serious. Oh, my God, he hit the gritty. Yeah, man. They going nuts over him, bro. All right. Steely the man, bro. Steely's the man. Okay.
Steely's probably past me in terms of popularity.
Bro. When I first seen Steely hit the gritty, I was in shock.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
I was in shock. I was like, bro, what? You actually know what you're doing. You're not the regular. This is not the old Steely. This is like new Steely. You upgraded. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No Steely, no cheerleaders.
Yeah, man.
Stangmang 21. I'm coming to the Berg from Riverside, California to watch the Bengals game. First home game. Tell me you guys are going. I will be there. Deke gonna be at the terrible tailgate? Question mark. Moats be doing interviews? Question mark.
Let's go. So for the Bengals game, I will be there. Not at the tailgate. Shout out to the homies over there though. But yeah, I will be doing an interview. Whatever time the game is, just 90 minutes before that at the Great Hall, right next to the team store inside Acrisure Stadium. That's where I'm at always. It is a free thing to pull up on. Catch me, whoever I will be interviewing that week. I'm not sure just yet. I finally got who I'm interviewing this week. Saints game, obviously. But Larry Brown, remember we talked to him, was that a year ago, 2 years ago? The offensive line dude played tight end, ended up switching to, was it left tackle? No, right tackle. But multiple time Super Bowl champ, man. Nah, cool cat, man. So I'll be talking to him this weekend for the interview. For any of y'all that are down that way, man, salute y'all. But yeah, man, that's what I'll be on, man. And yeah, I don't even know when we play the Bengals. When is that game?
Sunday Night Football after the Saints. We got back-to-back home games coming up.
You think we're gonna stay? We ain't flexing. We ain't flexing us, right?
What, the Steelers-Bengals game out of Sunday night?
They don't flex that night, right? It's too early for that.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. That's a big game.
That's what I'm thinking. We should be good. Yeah.
People want to see Pickett versus Burrow.
That's what I'm saying. This Steelers and Bengals
we win
too,
the Saints
right?
game. It'll be a big one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It'll be a big one. It'll be like Steelers playoff lives are on the line. They got to keep winning.
That's what I'm saying.
Big AFC North rivalry here.
Got to get this dub this weekend, but yeah.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that was Stang, man. Yeah, I'll be down there. I'll be down for both games.
Yeah. Oh, and also, shout out to Stang, man. I don't know why, it just reminded me. But hit the like button if y'all have not liked the stream just yet, man. Make sure y'all liking it, man. Deke got the dope Pirates jersey on in here. Y'all see what he on, man. And I like the blacked out logo on the hat, too, man. Salute you for that. And y'all know I'm in here, man, showing a little pink action.
Dude, I got a bunch of those hats from Culture Kings. Like a little haul.
I love
Culture Kings, bro. Weeks. They got some nice pirate ones. They need more. They need some better ones, though. They got way too many Yankees and Dodgers and stuff.
They're Australian, so they're thinking big market. Yeah. So Yankees are big markets, Red Sox big market, Lakers big markets, Cowboys. So you know me, when I be on the joint, I'm like, oh, y'all got everything I'm looking for, baby. It's perfect.
I see some of their new drops. I'm like,
fire,
dude,
bro.
This would be so sick. Yeah. And the Steelers are Pirates, and then I look, they don't have the Pirates.
Dodgers, Yankees, yeah, but now they fire. But yeah, they're from Australia. Man, we need to get them on. They need to be a sponsor one of these days, bro. Because you be rocking them, I be rocking them. They shirts,
yeah, I really
hats,
like them. I actually gave my dad.
Yeah.
So you know how they have the K frame and the A frame.
Yeah.
I got a K frame one. I thought it sat a little bit too high for myself, so I got another one. I think it's the exact same thing in an A.
The
black
A is
and white
fire.
One.
A is definitely my favorite.
It sits a little bit low. Yeah. I think this one's A. So I gave my dad the K frame. I got a bunch of other hats though too. Yeah. Most of them are like the A frame ones.
Let's go, bro. They fire, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, shout out to Culture Kings, man. We shouting them. That's how you know we rock with them because they ain't even a sponsor. We like.
No, I just like the hats. You literally can't get those hats anywhere
Seriously,
else. So and they're sick.
And with the when I wear the ones with the patches and the little hearts, like that's all them. Yeah, they fire.
AJ Martinez, Trina, the Barbarian, D Brown, all amazing people in the chat.
There it is.
Shout out. Blessings to all and official momentum as well.
No, big facts, man.
Official momentum's got to be working right now.
No, he's definitely working right now, man. He's definitely been working. But he's been on his grind, and it's been good because we remember when he couldn't do that, when he was dealing with the rehab from the knee injury and stuff, man. So, it's really good and positive to see that he's, back on the upswing.
Damon Brown, what's happening, y'all? Deke, you're going to pick up your boy on the way to the tailgate Sunday morning. LOL. Shout out Trina. Moats, don't be calling me out.
There it is.
See y'all Sunday. Peace to the chat.
Hey, he love the bar, man. He always pull up on Sundays too, man. I always catch him down there for the interviews, man. But I had to look for you. I wasn't seeing you, man. But now it's good to see you. Shout out to you. All right.
Well, that's it for the super chats.
Okay. So now, start with the recap of these games this past week, and I think I'm sitting nice again, bro. I'm sitting nice this week going into tonight's game.
Well,
I'm 2-1 right
now.
Games.
Yeah,
I'm 2-1 because worst case I'm gonna be 2-2, which is a wash, or I'm gonna be up 3-1 this weekend. So I'm feeling immaculate right now as well.
So I need the Saints to win not only for our picks but also to beat the Ravens, get them down to 5-4. That'd be really nice. It's a weird one because both teams have injuries. I don't know which injuries are going to impact which team more. Mark Andrews being out for Baltimore, I feel like that's bigger than any of the New Orleans ones.
Not just that, Rashad Bateman as well.
Oh, yeah, I did see that too.
That's the other one. That, to me, Bateman being out is major because he was at least giving them something that could open up the defense. Whereas when you play Mark Andrews, because of the style of he's a tight end, you know what I mean? So you're still going to condense the field a little bit with him. But yeah, Rashad Bateman being out, that's the one I was like, ooh, this makes it really interesting all of a sudden.
Problem. that I didn't consider whenever we were making these picks, though. Andy Dalton in primetime.
Yes. Was it the
It's red, at home, though.
It's the red rifle, right? The red rifle? That's what we call him, right? Yeah.
It's at home.
He gonna oil that thing up and I'm throwing it. No Michael Thomas again.
He's out for the year. I think. Dude's just stealing money.
I was like, bro, how did this happen? Like, when? How? What did you do this time? Yeah, man.
Dude, like, sprains his pinky. He's out for 6 weeks.
It's crazy. Like, seriously. I don't like to pick on injuries, but I'm just like, bruh, you got that check and you disappeared.
Yeah, he had like 1,800 yards, got the check, and how many games has he played total? Was it probably like 10?
No, I think it was like 7 or something like that. It was like something stupid. Yeah, bruh. Slant King, man. Yeah, then changed the game.
Where do you want to start here for recapping these Week 9 games?
Man, let's start with the ones that mattered the most to us. AFC games.
Chargers Falcons was one of them. We needed the Chargers to lose. That didn't happen. Disaster in the final minute with the Falcons.
The Falcons
getting the
supposed
ball
to win the game.
Defense.
They were supposed to win the game,
getting
bro.
The turnover. He's running down, and what happened?
He said,
What happened? How does he lose the ball?
I'm like, yo, you don't even have to score. He was low key was bossy. He probably would have got caught because he was a little thicker. But bro,
yeah, but they would have got him right in the field goal range, and then the Falcons can just win.
Literally, there's
Run
no
out the
way.
Clock and win the game.
Funny thing though, I have had that happen to me before in my career.
That happened to Kyler Murray too.
I was to say I've had that happen,
bro. First down in yesterday's game, and just randomly
the
fumbled
ball it just drops out. James Conner, didn't he have one too? Where he was running the ball, or was that Xavier? No, it was Conner, right? Denver Broncos. He had the one. His first year starting here.
Well, Grimble and Conner both fumbled against the Broncos.
I'm saying the one where it was like he didn't get hit. He just was running and the ball just came out. That's what I'm talking about.
I can't remember how much contact there was. Those were both soft fumbles, though. I know that.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's rare, but it does happen. And when it does, you just be sitting here like, bro, how did I do that? It's the most embarrassing thing ever, bro. Yeah.
That was a big disappointment.
That definitely hurt. Yep, that hurt.
Falcons are just still sticking around in all these games.
Because they're still good, but they don't have the pieces, I feel like, you know? But they play good ball, so.
I didn't realize how banged up the Chargers were heading into this one, too. They're really banged up on defense.
Yeah.
J.C. Jackson's out for the year. All right, Miami, Chicago. That was another one. Needed Chicago to win.
Shout out to Claypool, man. First game, first opportunity with the new
squad. Shout out to what?
He was
doing the same stuff.
Hey, look.
It was a Claypool game. I mean, that's what you come to expect with Claypool.
But why did we do that? I knew we were going to do that. As soon as he got moved, I was like, yeah, we about to look at every play that he has over there. And if he balls out, we're going to be hollering about, oh, man, I can't believe Omar and the Steelers gave him up for a second. What y'all doing? Y'all stupid. And then if it didn't go well, we be over here like, we got y'all, man. We fleeced y'all, boys. And sure enough. I like it, though. I like it because it was definitely Claypoolish. It was.
Yeah, I said this earlier today.
It was his game, bro. It was Claypoolish,
You
bro.
had a disappointing stat line.
Yeah.
You had a drop 50-50 ball. You had him falling to the turf, but then got the pass interference. So it did kind of help the offense.
And then the one where he doesn't get the pass interference, and you're like, oh, all right, granted his contact. But
that's the one I'd say a 50-50 ball. Dude, I didn't think that was a penalty. I'm not even going to front. Maybe he's on the Chicago Bears now, and I'm not really thinking about it that much like that. But
all I'm saying is this: I have seen guys called for that plenty of times this year.
He didn't pull him. He just wrapped his arms around.
It was I'm gonna embrace you, but I'm not gonna pull you in.
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel me, but I want you to know I'm here. That's what he gave him. It's cool, you know. It happens, but yeah.
I feel like I'm just trying to picture myself. If Claypool still's on the Steelers,
you would have lost your mind if that was George Pickens. If Kenny Pickett's throwing to George Pickens, and that is,
Pickens catches that, dude.
No, bump that. No.
Pickens high points
He would, but if he doesn't, and he alligator arms it the way that Claypool did with his Eli Apple guard, no, you want the flag. You losing your mind. You want the flag.
No, it needs to be Claypool in this imaginary story because I can't even imagine Pickens not catching that, to be honest.
Fair enough.
My brain can't compute.
Deontay.
No. Hold on. Claypool's back in a Steeler uniform.
Okay.
Same exact play.
And it's Eli Apple.
I think I'd be more upset Claypool didn't catch it.
But you would still want the flag.
I still want the flag.
You want the flag.
So with Claypool being on Chicago, I don't care about the flag.
See?
I still think he's got to catch it.
You're just like, you got to catch it. But you want the flag in Pittsburgh. Absolutely.
Also, a jet sweep.
Hey, not just jet sweep. It's teams winning on, or not winning on jet sweep. It's teams winning on some of the stuff that we be seeing from from your boy Canada, man. The sprint outs, all that type of stuff, baby.
Justin Fields has been pretty electric these last few games. But then also with Claypool, the one positive play he had where you're like, yeah, that's Claypool again. He caught like a little 5-yard pass on the outside and then
strong hand.
Ran it up for a first down. Bullied his way for a first down. Showed off that physicality. There you go, Bears. That's what you just got. Literally, that's what you got. Maybe he catches one of those 50-50 balls the next time, and maybe the other one where he got the pass interference. Maybe he catches that. So next game, he's going to end up with like 4 or 5 catches, 70 yards.
Yeah, that's Claypool.
But then the game after that, you'll have like 3 for 30.
Yeah, a lot of 3 for 30s, 4 for 47s. Yeah.
That one was a bummer, too, just because wanted Chicago to win. They were in it like the whole time. And then the guy dropped a perfect Justin Fields pass at the end of the game on 4th down. But the crazy thing about Miami, I still just – Tua's running the offense good. He's doing his thing with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but there's so many points left out on the field because of underthrowing dudes that are just running past the defense wide open.
And that's the crazy part when I look at Tyreek's numbers, though. Because I think to myself, what if? It's like, we see you miss him a good amount, too. It's like, what if you actually had a dude that was hitting him more? It'd be crazy.
Panthers. Well, the other thing with the Bears game, our second-round draft pick gets
it keeps getting better. Heck yeah.
I'd rather them have beat Miami, though, for our playoff chances.
Now, is that slight? But we could want Chicago to lose to keep that
from here on out,
better.
Just not against the AFC teams that are in the playoff mix.
And I don't think that's part of the tank movement. That's not a tank move. That's just we need you to help us out with this pick move.
That's not us tanking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
for
what I'm
another
saying.
Team to lose. Exactly.
So we fit there. That's the fine print we're in. Yeah.
Cincy versus Carolina, 42-21.
Yeah. Not surprising.
I actually thought Carolina might have a chance because their defense is halfway decent.
No, their defense is good.
And P.J. Walker's kind of been on a hot streak. Burrow without Chase. Uwuzie is out for the season for them.
But Hayden Hurst been playing well for them, though. And Joe Burrow had been playing better, too. Now, the difference was Joe Mixon. He wouldn't set the franchise record. Was it 5 touchdowns in the game? None of us expected that. And I think Joe is a heck of a running back, but I ain't think he was going to do that either. But, man, shout out to him, though. Yeah.
Kind of in relation to us, Jacksonville Raiders.
I was surprised because early on, the Raiders were beating them bad, bro. They was up I think it was like 17-zip, 20-zip or something like that. Devontae had scored twice, looked good. I was really nervous about that for my picks. I was like, dang, man, I'm about to take an L right here. I knew I shouldn't have went with Jacksonville. Dun, dun, dun.
I know that the result was bad for our picks, or my picks at least, because also, Jacksonville beat Raiders. I picked the Raiders.
Can I shout out ETN again, too?
He's playing good.
Can I shout him out one more time? I like what I saw.
Maybe you should have been our GM.
Chill out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put that on me.
We're seeing it, dude. He's showing that burst you were talking about.
It's different. I just like that a little bit more than power. I think the speed matters, man.
So I didn't like this for our picks, but I actually somewhat thought if the Raiders started going on a little bit of a run, they could be in contention for the playoffs. Because I really don't think they're as bad as their record. They just are finishing terribly this year.
Yeah.
They're getting up early on good teams.
Well, they have been, yeah.
And they're just choking it away. So I'm actually kind of fine with this for the Steelers standpoint.
Okay.
Because I don't think Jacksonville's making the playoffs. But I thought Raiders could go on a little bit of a run.
They're what, 3-5 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't see them going on a run.
But think about who are they facing in the AFC South right now. Tennessee is their biggest piece. And right now with Tennessee, obviously the health is going to matter in terms of Tannehill. Otherwise, you got to go with Malik. But the Colts, we just talked about them. Dumpster fire. Houston. It's Houston. They've been, trying to figure it out for the past couple of years. So they still low-key are in contention down there, man.
Well, hear me out on this. They don't have too many AFC South games left.
True.
Kansas City, Baltimore are the next two.
Bro, they'll mess around and win.
Oh, hopefully they beat Baltimore.
I was about to say they'll mess around and win that. Like on some fluky, that's the type of stuff they'll do.
Tennessee twice.
Okay.
Dallas, New York Jets, and Houston. So Houston's the only really gimme. Yeah. Oh, they have Detroit too. So Houston and Detroit would be their two easier ones.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville's not really that good in their own right.
But I'm also saying just in the sense of making the playoffs, it's also the other teams got to win too. The Colts got to win games.
I know.
The Texans got to win games. The
Colts are
have
out.
to
Colts,
win games. You see what I'm saying?
Don't even mention the
So
Colts.
that's why I'm like, I think Jacksonville legitimately is still going to be in that conversation, man. I don't think they have a great chance, but they're still in it.
They need to win the AFC South.
Correct, but
I don't think they're going to be in it for the wild card.
That's their pathway.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at that division right now, the Titans are the favorite. And we're looking at the Titans and it was like, I don't even feel great about you at all, man. Yeah.
They're at least a little bit more dynamic with Malik Willis.
No, they not, man. Stop that, bro.
At least they're a little bit more fun to watch.
It's fun to watch because he don't throw the ball. He's just back there. I'm like, bro, throw
Why
it.
aren't they
Please throw
running
it. Please
more
throw it. Please.
RPOs with him?
I don't know.
Collinsworth said that on the broadcast,
Yeah,
and I
I don't know
agreed.
why
I'm
they're
like,
not.
oh, wait, they did it once or twice, and
it worked.
He picked up like 15 yards.
It definitely worked. I don't know. I don't know, man. Part of it, you want to protect him from taking the shots that he would take potentially. But outside of that, because it's a weapon for him. And you could see even how on the one that, where he had I think it was the 15-yard game, he got up on that safety so fast. I think it was number 27. He was not expecting that. He was not prepared for that. And that was why he was able to split it the way that he did. Difference was NFL, you get caught. Collegiately, he probably would have housed that joint. But it was that's what he's capable of. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. Run that. And I also think it would make it a little bit easier for him passing read-wise if you do that a couple of times, because now us on defense, now we're like, oh, you really do this. Like Lamar. When you watch Lamar, you watch Kyler Murray, it's like everybody, whenever you see him pull you, everybody reacting to it. So, yeah.
I think Malik Willis, it's not to full fruition just yet, but he's got the better natural arm talent than I'd say Lamar Jackson. Maybe it's on Kyler Murray's level, but you could see just the physical attributes that he has and the wow factor. If he could put this all together. I mean, this is what we were talking about with him whenever we were doing stuff for the draft.
Yeah, but when you talk about him holding that ball, bro, oh my gosh. I'm just
it's bad. Yeah,
bro, you got to throw this thing, man. Like, you can't, he dancing around. It's cool, but I'm like, bro, you got to get rid of the ball.
Right, and if you're going to dance around, escape one or two of the defenders, you got to throw it out there.
Yeah, you can't, he's dancing,
taking 10, 15-yard sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more games in relation to the Steelers?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so there's a couple NFC ones here that were interesting. New England Colts, we needed the Patriots to lose, but that wasn't happening.
Big,
we knew that wasn't happening with Ellinger playing with the Colts.
Yeah. Oh, and not for anything, but shout out to Captain Kirk also.
Well, that was one of the NFC games. We'll get to that, but
I just wanted to shout him out.
Let's stay with the AFC because
you saw the chains on. Did you see the?
I did. He played good too.
I went on IG just so I could like that too. I don't know if you knew that. Just for that one, I was like, "Where you at, Kirk?" Like,
I hope he keeps playing well. I hope he proves me wrong, man. I really do.
I mean,
he's a guy. He's a good guy.
Yo, he's an underdog story. Nope, his own team didn't even want him when they drafted him, bro.
Change my whole. You know what? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Keep proving me wrong, Kirk. Please, just keep going, keep winning, keep doing good, keep being clutch. Now, keep doing it. Yeah. Shift my whole paradigm of what I think of the quarterback. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does.
My whole paradigm.
I'm hoping he does.
Wait a minute. Why is it gotta be that deep? He said, just change my whole outlook on this thing, man.
Because we're seeing Rodgers. I mean, it's not on him though. I will say this.
Don't put it all on him. I will say
this. He's not playing particularly well.
Don't put it all on him. Don't do that, Deke. Don't you put it all on him.
It's all messed up around him. No. This is my point.
Yes.
This is my point. And you saw it with Brady and the Bucs.
Bro,
Brady and Rodgers can still play.
Yes.
Do not count that out.
Well, you saw that with Brady.
They can still play.
You saw that at the end, yeah.
Their teams just really aren't good around him. But here's what I'm talking about in terms of my paradigm with the quarterback. Maybe it's not at this stage of the game with how the money's being allocated. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't have to be top 5 franchise quarterback or you have no shot of winning the Super Bowl.
Give me a top 15er and we can get active.
Maybe just because how the money's allocated.
Give me a top 10er.
If you have $50 million towards your franchise quarterback,
give me a 12er.
Maybe that doesn't cut it anymore.
Can I get an honorable mention?
You could load up on a defense and do the type of stuff you're doing against the Bucs or the Packers. Now Brady's cap hit ain't even as bad as Rodgers, but I think you get my point.
Yeah.
Some of these teams, like the Vikings, they got a nice team around them.
Bro, it's a squad. Minnesota has a squad, bro. And then they went and got T.J. Hawkinson. And you saw what he was doing. I'm like, bruh. It's a beautiful situation over there in Minnesota, man.
Go ahead, shift my paradigm. But I'm still sticking by you need a top 5.
Fair enough. You
need a Rodgers, you need a Brady, you need a Burrow,
I'm keeping my flag
Herbert,
planted for Kirk Cousins.
A Pickett.
Your own team. I like how you slid that on in there. Your own team ain't want you when they drafted you. Just remember that. Just remember that your own team ain't want you. And then when you got nice, they were looking at you like how Deke look at you. They franchised you twice to make you prove it.
Here's all I'm going to say with Kirk.
You did. And now you got your chains on.
Just do it in the playoffs.
Captain Kirk. He's done it in the playoffs, and they
One time.
You said do it in the playoffs. Joe Burrow's done it one time in the playoffs. We don't talk about him.
Wait. Joe Burrow versus Cousins.
Joe Burrow's done it one time in the playoffs. You let that slide?
No, he did it 3 times to get to the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. It was 1 year, though. That's what I'm saying. Because we've seen Kirk win in the postseason. We've seen him go into New Orleans.
That's it. One time.
Into New Orleans, beat Drew
His
Brees,
10 other
Sean
seasons,
Payton.
he's either missed the playoffs or he's one and done. That's who Kirk is to me.
Hey, man.
So, go ahead, man. Do it in the playoffs now. I have nothing bad to say about him in the regular season. Because he's played very, very well.
Put some respect on Kirk, dig it.
Okay, hold on. That was NFC.
Yeah.
Kind of talked Packers, Detroit. Do you want anything else on that one?
No, I'm good on that one.
All
but
right.
it was actually cool, though, to see Detroit defensively be able to do what they did, too, man. Forcing Rodgers to multiple, was it 3? I think he had 3 interceptions in that game. Yeah.
I just think people are idiots if they think Brady and Rodgers are washed.
Yeah.
Just how I thought about Ben last year. Anyone that thought he was washed, I think those people are idiots, too. Takes a team, man. And Rodgers, the team around him, just ain't up to snuff. You can't tell me a dude won MVP last year.
No.
All of a sudden, he doesn't have it.
MVPs.
All of a sudden, he doesn't have it anymore. Brady, he threw for 5,000 yards last year and 40-something touchdowns. All of a sudden, he doesn't have it. No. Could they be playing bad in certain spurts? Maybe, but we could see with our own eyes that their teams and the players around them aren't up to par.
I would agree.
And Brady showed it yesterday. All right, but you give him the ball, 40, 50 seconds left, no timeouts. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Clinical.
And I'm glad that it actually worked out because he had an opportunity the first go around, and my man just dropped the tutty.
Oh, the Bucs receivers are dropping.
Hit him in the chest, dropped the tutty.
I don't even know if it was the Bucs whenever I was watching that game. The Bucs receivers are dropping all over the place. But I think across the board, NFL receivers are dropping the ball at an alarming rate.
Low key?
Wide open balls.
Low key. I felt some type of way yesterday at the end of that Bills game. Just... Deke, you look at the tape.
That was a dot.
Deke, you look at the tape, Deke.
That was
Where's
after
hit him at, Deke?
Allen dealing with that elbow stuff. Are they worried about that up there?
Nah, he all right. But Deke, on a rope, hits him in the chest, bro. I'm like, at first when I was like, oh, Sauce, heck of a play. And I'm like.
It was good coverage, too.
It was good coverage, but that's a drop.
Throw.
But that was a drop.
It was.
That was a drop, bro. And that would have been massive. So, I ain't tripping. But, yeah, I'm with you in terms of
I guess it's
the
just not
catching element.
Deontay.
It's a global thing right now,
It really
man.
is.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's really only one game left, unless you want to talk Arizona-Seattle.
I mean, they continue to write him off, but he continues to not write him back, though. They continue to say he can't do it, but he continues to show him that WVU is the quarterback factory.
He's playing really
well.
well.
I ain't going that far. But, yeah, shout out to Geno, man.
First in the NFC West?
Yeah, he's on his name, man.
No one, absolutely no one outside of Seattle homers had Seattle winning that division.
No, I ain't have him in the division. You're right.
No one.
I had Geno playing well, though. I had Geno.
Zero people.
I'm a Geno.
I don't even know about that.
I like Geno.
You bet on him, but...
I'm a Geno dude. I've been a Geno guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Geno. I'm not a TG Geno supporter.
I think it took you. It took you sooner than me.
I kept betting on him.
You betting on him.
I was betting on him
but
from the
even
beginning.
think like week 4 or 5, we were talking Geno versus Russ. We were still like
I took
Russ.
him week 1 when it was him versus Russ. I put my. I said that's the line in the sand. I'm on his side. You went over there to the Russ side, and now you don't want to be on Russ side anymore. I still want to roll with Geno. You don't want to roll with your guy no more. I'm a part of the team.
Last game. What happened to Jets 20, Buffalo 17?
No, so honestly, man, Josh did not play his best game, but it was like lazy Josh almost. Like the 2 picks, the first one.
Throwing him right to guys.
Bro, literally in the red zone, it looks like he's just kind of like, here, take it. Like
I saw people on social media saying like
Josh,
this is proof the NFL's rigged.
No, seriously. It was when we talk about lazy or just like I don't know. It was bad, bro. But then you could see where when it was time to go, he could dot him up whenever he wanted to. But on a more serious note, they weren't stopping the run. The thing that Green Bay did, they played too high.
Robinson.
Yeah, so the thing was this, though. The Bills, when they played the Packers last week, they stayed too high shell and dared the Packers to run the ball. Packers waited until the fourth quarter to really start running the ball, but when they did, they started to have a lot of success. Same thing was going on with New York, but the thing was, New York said, okay, we're not going to play around. We're just going to start running this rock. And that's when you start to see James Robinson, Michael Carter just start to really gash them because they would not come out of the nickel defense too high look. And that was ultimately how they ended up losing. I mean, it's one of them things like you're going to turn it over, cool, but you also have to come out of that. And it was one of those, as long as the score is what it is, they don't have to stop running the ball. Usually, Bills offense scoring more. So now you keep playing this game of running the ball. All right, cool, but you can run at a time. Yesterday, it gave them the opportunity to kick the field goal, and now shifts a lot, you know?
So you're saying the formula's there?
Oh, no, it's definitely there. 100%. Yeah, you just got to run the ball.
I still don't think the Jets are that good.
Yeah.
I still don't think Zach Wilson's that good.
Yeah, when you talk about the way to beat the Bills, you got to catch them turning the ball over and run the ball on them, man. So that way you keep the offense off the field. In Buffalo, I'm telling you, on defense, they're going to make you prove that you're willing to run the ball. Like, we could do that, but we don't commit to it enough when we run the ball.
And we suck at it.
Because we don't commit to it. That's like, to me, I think that's the big part. We are not a team that's willing to say, you know what, we're going to get big body personnel groups to run the ball 20, 30 times. We won't do it. Jets, they was like, we'll do that. And Buffalo didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. I'm watching them like, bro, they ain't going to keep running this route. They're going to let Zach throw it, and we're going to pick it as soon as he do. Nah. It was like, yep, run again. Yeah.
If I can remember correctly, too, Bills didn't have like that many explosive plays either.
Like they had Diggs had two big catches, and then he had one over. No, it was one like who I'm trying to think. Was it did he get the PBU? Somebody had a PBU on one from Diggs, but it was like another one where it was like a bad. It was either a drop or a bad throw on another potential touchdown type thing though. Yeah, but it wasn't a ton of like explosiveness going on. Like the Jets defense is good, man.
I'm just trying to think the differences between what the Jets did versus us. We just gave up explosive plays left and right. We didn't have a Sauce Gardner out there.
Correct. And we didn't commit to running the ball the way that they did. Yeah. But the form was definitely there, man.
Just trying to think going forward.
But like when you watch the Jets, no surprise, but the Jets play very similar to like Seattle of old. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play really good defense. They're not going to turn, or they're cutting down the turnovers offensively, and they get turnovers defensively. So when you're watching them, they cut down these possessions. So instead of you getting 10, 12 possessions, you're getting 7 to 8 possessions. So now you got to be perfect in your execution. And then if I get a turnover in there as well, now
Bills
that's how they operate.
Pretty sloppy on offense throughout the whole day.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing. It's a dope concept, and as long as you hold up on defense, you don't turn the ball over on offense, you can get away with it. And that's how they've been doing it. So it's dope to see. But Robert Saleh, he was with Pete Carroll when they were doing that. When you talk about Legion of Boom, Marshawn, we talked about that offense. It was what? We're going to run that ball. They're going to play action. Rest going to hit some throws. But defense is going to get you up out of the stadiums. You watch the Jets, man. That's how they balling right now, bro.
Still should have beat them.
Oh, yeah.
Still should have beat them.
They'll
Week
beat 'em.
4.
They're still getting.
It's disappointing.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Bills will spin the block for y'all. For us.
No. Steelers just went out. We'll face them again.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Face them in the wild card divisional or something.
There we
like
go. Heck yeah.
Just really disappointing because, we're talking about the Patriots right now. Oh, man, look at them. They're last in the AFC East, but I think they're 5-4. The Jets 6-3. Two teams we should have beat. Miami 6-3. We're sitting at 2-6.
So it lets you know though where we are. It lets you know that this isn't a massive, we have so much ground to cover. Ours is more so little nuance, little details, because when you're talking about the difference of those teams versus us, it's the execution. We haven't had the execution in those critical moments or consistently across the board. Whereas when you watch a Jets team, man, the games they're winning, they're executing in the moments, man. Dude, they took like 5-6 minutes off the clock at the end of the game just running the ball, but executing it. And then come back on defense, winning up front. They also, I think they sacked Josh like 6 times, something like that crazy too yesterday, which was rare. That doesn't happen with this new offense line. But it was like, man, they are playing and doing those type of things to get you out of stadiums. Whereas for us, how many times have we said, all right, the DBs bought out this game, but we ain't had the rush that we needed. Or the rush was there, but man, the DBs getting hit over top of the head this week. Like it hasn't matched up as consistently as we needed to be to win these type of games. And offensively, we're turning the ball over. And we don't have an identity of we're going to run the ball 30 times. Our identity is we're going to throw it 30 times. And we're going to hope for the best with a run in the game. And we're going to jet sweep you. You know? So.
Well, that's week 9. Basically everything that could go wrong for the Steelers this week did go wrong.
Yeah. Not the best situation for us. That's why we need to start winning so we don't have to worry about others.
Yeah. Jets, Patriots, Bengals.
Mm-hmm. All the teams that we wanted to lose.
Miami. And Chargers, all won. Philly, Houston, that was a non-factor. Chiefs, Titans, I'd say that's a non-factor too, because if Titans make it, man. It all depends on your Jacksonville theory.
Right.
If Jacksonville makes a comeback, Titans could be, either one of those teams could be in the wild card.
We don't need them to be a wild card. Right. We need one team out of the South.
Right. Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't have hurt if Titans won. So again, though, that's a result that didn't really favor the Steelers there. And then, Philly, Houston, non-factor. And then we have Saints, Baltimore tonight. Yeah. Maybe the Saints beating Baltimore can make up for it.
We shall see. We shall see. All right, but that was it for the recap. Before we go on to the next segment, let's go ahead and pay a bill. Sound good to you?
Works for me.
So if y'all see on the bottom right or bottom left, I don't even know. It's our right. Well, actually, because I'm looking at the screen that's mirrored back towards me, that's mirrored towards y'all.
Yeah, it's bottom right.
You know what I mean? So it's bottom right for y'all too?
Yeah.
Okay, so bottom right for y'all. All right, so with that being the case, though, ladies and gentlemen, today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Yes, indeed. I'm talking about the top-rated sportsbooking app in the U.S., baby. And more importantly, when you're talking about them, they are safe, they are secure, and they are reliable, just like my trusted partner in crime right here, Mr. Deke. So, when you're talking about DraftKings and you're talking about getting that opportunity to make a little money, because we all want that opportunity. We all want that opportunity. We always think to ourselves, all right, parlays. We think about, favorite team with that favorite team, and can I get this player and that playing, doing something together all in the same game? Yeah, well, same game parlays are available to you with DraftKings Sportsbook. So we definitely love them. But more importantly, when we talk about them because we got a promo code for you. If this is your first time downloading the app, well, first off, where have you been? But more importantly, make sure you use the promo code Moats. Because when you do that, and you make your first bet with a minimum of $5, you will receive $200 in draft deposit bonus money. Essentially free money to go bet with, baby. You can't beat that deal. It is awesome, but you got to use the promo code Moats, okay? Now, Deke, anytime we get to talking about, sports booking or just wagering in general, we understand that there is a line, and sometimes people cross that line. Sometimes they go from having fun to having a problem.
Never want to see it get to that point.
And it's one of those things that if you or someone you may know that has a gambling problem, or they might need crisis counseling, or heck, even referral services, Deke, it's a number on the screen right now.
What's that number?
That people could call. For the New Yorkers, it's a specific number that they could call or text. But for everybody else, the number to call is 1-800-GAMBLER. I say 1-800-GAMBLER. I said, you better call. 800-GAMBLER. Now back to regularly scheduled programming.
Well, you got some reactions.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What do people say? How they rating us today, man?
You're an artist, so you are going
let
to
people know, man.
Spark some, I guess, just natural reaction to
I
what you're doing,
want them
right?
to love me or hate.
That's what it looks like you get here.
I it's a line in the sand. Either you're pro Moats or you're not Moats.
Dogging him per 36 says Gambler featuring 21 Savage.
There it is. 21.
Donald Copeland. This is the longest promo ever. D. Hendricks. I can't skip this part on live.
I can't skip this on live.
Donald Copeland, though, says Gambler is on my Apple playlist.
For the culture. Yes, indeed.
So he's got mixed emotions about it, too. Todd Skolsky says, hide your pets. Steve Brooks. Ah, shit. Turn it up.
Turn me up, Daddy. Turn me up.
That singing shouldn't be legal. That was from Tyler from the 334.
Let's get it.
Nazim Mullah says left for the bathroom at the right time. Maybe that's what some people do. It's like, this is my bathroom break.
Oh, time to go.
Hey, did you hear about this dude that Ramo Edwards says Mattress Mac bet on the Astros to win the World Series?
It won like
70
mil, yeah. What was his initial bet? It was like,
I think it was in the millions.
it's like 10 mil, I thought, right?
Yeah, it was
Bet
somewhere
10
in the
to
millions.
170 something, yeah. Because I was like, yo, y'all really tried to play it like he was a regular old dude betting like $5 or $100 and win 70 million. I was like, bro, you ain't winning 70.
His name's Mattress Mac.
Yeah, bro.
He probably has a mattress
right.
empire.
Yeah,
Making
I'm
bank.
like, bro, you ain't just winning that. Like, you betting, bruh. Yeah. Like, they, you know, they spend that. Oh, this guy won $1 million. I'm like, bro,
$5 parlay.
Right, don't act like this is first time. Like, that's not normal, bro. That's a whole nother world they in.
You want to hit these super chats?
Yeah, but shout out to Steve Brooks. He asked for an encore. I'm just throwing it out there.
An encore. Wow.
Yeah, he's asked for an encore. Do you want more pizza, boy? Okay, sorry.
Gorilla mode. Fields goes from arguably the worst QB in the league to one of the most electric players to watch in year 2. Need a full season to evaluate Pickett.
Now, he was hot this last game, breaking Mike Vick's record. Yes. But I don't know, man.
You're talking about just Fields?
Yeah.
Not the
I'm just Fields.
final statement he made about full season to evaluate
I'm with
Pickett?
you on full season, Kenny Pickett.
Just any young quarterback.
Yeah,
any young quarterback. Give him at least like a year or two, at least.
Yeah, I just don't think that he's all the way there yet in terms of Fields. Like, I think he had a hot game, but he still got some stuff he working out, man. I think he still need more time, but I think the situation ain't the best. But the problem is when you put a guy out there so soon, man, you speed up your judgment on him. Because now in Chicago, you're not looking at him saying, oh, this is only a rookie season. We're saying this is second year. Now you start looking on that clock. How long does it take for him to actually turn it around before you ask yourself, is he capable of it? You know, and when I think of Kenny, I'm like, man, he's not going to get that full benefit of the doubt next year when we're like, oh, yeah, man, regardless of how this year played out, it was his rookie year. Now we can just like, nah, they're going to say, man, we saw this that happened that first year. We remember some of the stuff, and it's just harder to forget some of that, man. I think that baggage does linger on in terms of when people create their opinions of some of these people, man.
I think Fields is definitely going to, no matter what, how this season finishes out and whatnot, he's getting a pass this year. They'll probably be more critical of him next year.
I hope so, man.
In year 3. But yeah, he's been doing good. I like how they're using his legs a little bit more these last few games. He's been making some plays. Some of it's just him, dropping back and dynamic plays, the 50-60-yard touchdown. Yeah. You got to give him props for that. You're right about his situation. I mean, they already were probably one of the worst offense in terms of weapons surrounding him.
Yeah.
And they think they got their wide receiver 1 in a trade they made last week.
They gave up a 2 for it.
I'm hoping the best for Claypool. I
do
really
too.
am. It's just
It just hurts, man.
Literally what you saw in his debut. That's probably what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
If you guys can live with giving up a second rounder for that, fine.
I mean, technically we did.
We drafted him in the second round. Is that what you
That's
mean?
what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think it was still a good second round pick.
Yeah.
Because even though he didn't live up to what we thought, I mean,
Still
back-to-back
balling,
800-yard years in his first 2 seasons, had double-digit touchdowns in his rookie year.
Yeah.
Still a really good pick for a second rounder, just because we talked about how draft picks, they're not guaranteed. I would have taken that. You would have told me we draft Claypool, he's going to have 800-plus yards and 11 touchdowns in his rookie year, and then 800 yards in his second year without even knowing anything
what it was going to grow to? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take that. Colton Choi Fu. Bro, Berrien, you sound like Cam Hayward. Cam, that you?
Bro, Berrien got that bass.
I see where he's coming from. Yeah. I get that's a funny comparison. Damon Brown, Moats, you get the new 4s, the white and navy blue.
I did not.
The white, navy blue, and gray are so dope.
Yeah, I did not, man.
Like some Georgetown colorways or something.
Yeah. For me, the reason why I did not, I have the military ones, the military blues. So, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to say like, not weird with that particular colorway. So it was like, I don't feel like I want to go with the navy because I already got the military. And I felt like the navy was for the people that didn't get the military when they dropped, So, no, serious, kind of like with the Travis Scott. It's like, yo, if you didn't get the Travis Scott, we got the mochas for you. It's like, all right, cool. It's dope. But it's like, if you got these, then you don't got to get those. So, like, that's how I look at the Navy force. I'm like, man, I got the military one.
So you look down on the Navy force?
I don't look down on them. I don't think I needed them as bad. That's all. But they still dope. Every time I see somebody with them, because they did the navies in what what was the other one? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. It was another one that dropped too. Cause man, I love my 4s, man. I'm a 4 guy, but it was just that particular color. I don't know why. Just kind of like, man, I don't need that one. I already got, I got the colorway. Yeah.
And then he goes on to say, shout out to Trina and shout out to Dusty Baker.
Big time shout out to Trina, man, and Dusty. Yeah.
Oh, and GSU wants all that smoke, homie.
Oh, good. Just know we're gonna run that bag next year. We spinning the block and we got all the time in the world for y'all, baby. Just know that.
Who's GSU?
Georgia State. Remember they got us, was that 3 weeks ago? That was the first game when
Damon Brown went to Georgia State?
Yeah. So when that game happened, he was, really excited about coming up here to talk to us. And I was like, okay, I peep you. Just know, we going to run that back, and I love us. That's
Georgia State? Isn't that like a new school?
No. They've been around for a while, man.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, the Barbarian. He says, I want to say this. We do not need cheerleaders. We have our beautiful Steelers women to appreciate. Barbarian's keeping it classy. He always does.
Georgia Southern. Excuse me on that. Georgia Southern. My bad.
Southern.
You're right. Georgia Southern. My bad. I don't know why I say Georgia State. Southern. State was the basketball school that had the man with the torn Achilles coaching and his son. Dang. Yeah, Georgia Southern. Excuse me on that one.
But yeah, Barbarian keeping it classy out here. He's a classy guy.
No, respect, man. He's like Eric. Yeah, it's very classy, very formal.
I don't even know who that is.
Bro, it sounds so crazy.
828 Style, Deke Moats. I have a YouTube channel as well.
Let's go.
828 Style, where I have a lot of my work and a lot of the Buccaneers from last year, including AB's pair. So he's got a Steeler middleman there with AB. He's just got to hit up AB and say, hey, can you link me with maybe some of the players on the team?
That's the connect you wanted to go with out of all the connects.
He's got an N.
Good luck.
Is AB going to respond? I don't know.
I say good luck, bro. Good luck. If that's the one. All right. He hasn't. I was just about to say he hasn't said anything crazy, but then again, I was like, it depends on how you look at what he's saying. So never mind.
Sean McCartney. Since we'll be in the top 10 of the draft, what's the biggest need? Also, do you see them trading picks to either move up or get a player like Minka?
They try you, Deke.
I'm disagreeing with your premise. I'm disagreeing with your initial statement.
He went right at your neck, Deke. He went right at your neck.
I ain't trying to pick in the top 10.
He went right at your neck, baby.
Overall, though, I will entertain this question because he's talking about biggest need. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm feeling corner, get a franchise corner, or a left tackle.
Fair enough.
In the first round. Maybe middle linebacker, depending on what we do with Devin Bush. Maybe. But that's not even top 10 related. That's just first round. If we had to think about biggest needs right now.
Any quarterbacks?
No.
All right, just check.
Nope. Quarterbacks off the board.
Okay.
Not available.
Okay.
It's like
because they already drafted.
I'm trying to think in like a video game.
They're already off the board, or we're just not looking at them.
Yeah, how would you do it?
Because if you're saying we're in the top 10, I think a lot of guys are available in the top 10.
They're off the board still.
They're going top 5. They're all top.
You gotta like block them. You ever see in like fantasy football or even like video games where you could like filter out a position?
Yeah.
We filter out quarterbacks on our draft board.
Okay.
Not happening.
Okay.
Nope. Well, it's funny too. 'Cause it's like, dude, we even saw just last week all these college quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Now, I think Bryce Young played really nice, especially down the stretch. He was really clutch. But it's just like, dude, I don't know.
Bryce Young don't move the needle?
It ain't anything crazy. No, Bryce Young's good. I was actually really impressed with how he played because it was a really ugly game. Mm-hmm. He stepped up fourth quarter, and those Alabama receivers weren't getting open like you would think. LSU's defense was unreal.
But that's been the knock on this Alabama's team. They don't have the receivers like they typically do down there.
LSU got a dude. I can't remember his name. I think it was a freshman. Was his number 40?
My
God. He's going to be a stud. I mean, he already is a stud, but he's going to be like a top 5 pick whenever the draft comes around for him.
Because I'm thinking about the Dagon quarterback. That's what I was thinking about. He's a young boy, too.
For LSU?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played good, too. He played really good. I was impressed with Bryce Young, but no, we don't need him. We got Pickett.
Okay.
There's
Fair
still
enough
some
then,
things that even with Bryce Young, I see. I'm like, yeah, man, come on, we got Pickett. We don't need a Bryce Young.
Okay.
We're fine.
All right. I was just asking. Just check it. All right.
He's got that Tua small frame.
Oh,
like, come on, man.
Oh, yeah. All right.
He's good though. No, I like.
He got that small frame. Yeah.
He's not on the Steelers board though. He's off the board. We're rolling with Pickett.
Respect. Also, the Brobarian ODU, they gonna get it. Don't you think just because we was talking with somebody else that I ain't see that comment
Well,
either,
like this
baby.
dude from Kentucky, what's his name? Levis or Levi's.
Yeah.
I'm good. CJ Stroud, he saw, but then we know the knock on Ohio State quarter. Like they're no guarantees.
Chill, man.
Really not.
Don't you do that,
Justin
man.
Fields is probably the best one right now.
Well, we ain't know Haskins. We ain't see what that was gonna turn into.
Yeah,
we ain't see it. You know,
every other Ohio State quarterback though.
Yeah, it ain't the best. Yeah,
it really isn't.
The track record is not good for Ohio State.
Cardell Jones,
but this
JT Barrett.
Oh, I forgot about. Oh,
Troy Smith, Terrell Pryor.
This what we doing?
I'm just saying. We don't need to
boy said Terrell
go
Pryor.
all out here and
That's
abandon the guy that we got in house right now. We draft in the first round, Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
We're sticking with Pickett. Oh, that's hold on. I like that.
Sticking with Pickett.
Sticking with Pickett. Sticking with Pickett.
Okay.
That's the slogan heading into the offseason.
I like it. All right.
We're not gonna have to even say that slogan because Pickett's gonna show up in the second half.
As long as Kenny does what he's supposed to do, this conversation won't ever have to be had. But if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, then the conversation will happen. You know how that go. Dang, Braxton Miller, y'all had to bring him up. Thanks a lot, Chris or Chrysler _Tech 106. Thanks a lot. I actually like Braxton Miller. Dang, JT Barrett. Yeah. I guess y'all right. I guess
it's just no guarantee. I mean, you even said it.
Yeah,
there's no guarantee with saying these.
Well, no,
picks.
it never is.
So let's roll with the guy we just took first round last year, Kenny Pickett. He's shown flashes thus far, rookie year, and I'm calling it. I'm going out on a limb. He's gonna step up in the second half.
I just love the patience we show now. I just love it. This is beautiful.
With who?
Just in general, man. Us as fans, we're learning a little bit more patience.
You're talking about Pickett versus Trubisky?
Just in general, we're learning patience. I like patience, man. We need to understand that, man. Otherwise, we
already made the switch.
Ourselves. Yeah,
we already made the switch.
Patience
so we're here.
Yeah. So let's be patient with him, man. Let's be patient with him.
Mike Hood. Cheers, guys. Just getting here and missed the last few live. Work happens. Peace to all.
Nah, facts, man. I know how that work life can get at times, baby. But we are glad that you are here, man. Always good to see you in the hood, Mike Hood.
What's the next one here?
I think it's Jordan Pierce just showing a little support, little love.
Did I skip him? I got Let's Go UW too, right?
Yeah, that's the next one. Yep.
Okay, Deke, hear me out. If Pickett continues to throw... wow, this is just hand in hand with what we were talking about. If Pickett continues to throw picks and stays under 10 touchdowns and Bryce Young is available, why would you not pull that trigger? KP isn't above competition. Waste of a pick.
Which one?
Well, for two reasons. I don't think Bryce Young, just because he's going to be a top 5 pick, is going to be better than a dude like Pickett automatically. Also, I feel like if you already have your young quarterback, the only team that has done this in however many years was the Cardinals with the whole Rosen.
So you're saying
then they picked Kyler Murray.
Time out. What was the common denominator?
It changed the regime.
No. What was the common denominator?
I'm losing it. What's the denominator here? You.
I was in AZ.
Okay.
And then we switched it. Now I'm in Pittsburgh. Same situation. Just saying. Actually, every quarterback that I've played with that was a first-round draft pick that year or that did get drafted has been moved on, replaced. EJ Manuel, he was another one. Yeah, it happens, Deke. My track record with first-round draft pick quarterbacks, man, it's not good.
No, but if we're taking a quarterback, you're missing out on a generational linebacker, edge rusher, cornerback, tackle.
But if you have that generational guy, but we still don't have the quarterback, then it's all for naught.
You drafted the dude in the first round the year before. You got to see that through. At least 2 years. At least.
I mean, technically. But in today's NFL, we talk about how everything is instant gratification. That's why we moved on from Trubisky when we did. That's why we're, moving on from Canada potentially if we do that within 2 years because we want it now. This is the situation that fans have created, We got to win. We got to do it now. We want the best players. We want them now. We don't want to develop. We want them to be perfect products now.
We're rolling with Pickett, man. I gave you my 2 reasons.
All
What are you
right.
doing?
Oh, me, man, I'm just chilling, baby. Yeah.
No Bryce Young?
Nah, I'm good. Because for me, I believe in development. But I've been hollering that. So, I just wanted to, I don't be knowing what y'all temperature is, man.
You see the it factor in Pickett as well?
I didn't say that.
Trust me.
I said I see a lot of qualities that make him a good quarterback, and I think that he can continue to develop, but I think the more you change it, the more you're going to hurt him. But I think he'd be a good quarterback, man. He definitely has the potential too, and he's shown all this stuff on tape, and that's the thing why I believe that you stick with him, because of what I've seen on tape from him. Now, I still understand that he's going to ultimately, or I don't want to say ultimately, but more than likely face some more adversity this offseason if we do move on from Canada, because now he's going to have to unlearn everything that he's finally learned and everything that he's going to be getting comfortable with by the end of this season to go and relearn and learn somebody else's verbiage system this offseason and essentially try to master it from OTAs, mini camp, training camp, and then the season. So I don't like that situation for him the best either. But I still feel like, he's shown enough that, I know this dude can make all the throws. I know this guy can make the reads. I know he's athletic enough. The question is, can he be consistent enough? Now, that's going to be determined throughout the rest of the season. And then from there, coaches got to make decisions and stuff like that. But to me, he's shown he has all of the intangibles. And that was part of the thing why he's pro-ready. Because we knew he had these characteristics and that they should translate. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be a good quarterback just because you're pro-ready. That just means that you have the prerequisite to be a good quarterback. Now he has to actually go through and get the understanding. Go through the highs and the lows of this thing, But the patience, the timing element, you have to allow that for him. And I'm a guy that benefited from patience, from time. And that's why for me, I'm always up here like, yo, give that man time. So I don't want to move on from him right away because I do think that he is capable of being a good player. And when you're talking about back-to-back first-round draft picks, it is a little bit extra. It's a little bit extra to take 2 back-to-back in round 1. It's different if it's, okay, I'm going to take a guy in round 4 next year. Like, that's a different conversation when you're saying Mitch gone, Mason more than likely gone. Yeah, you want to have another higher-end piece
bring on
to be a
veteran quarterback as the backup and then maybe draft like a young guy.
So it's like, if that's the case, yes. But when you're talking about first-round back-to-back years, I don't like that because, as you already said, you're taking away from potentially a generational player, a TJ Watt, a Minkah Fitzpatrick, a Devin Bush, a Terrell Edmonds. Even though those guys have varied in terms of their impact, all of those guys have been consistent starters for us. And that's the part when you're talking about first-round draft picks, to go quarterback to quarterback, you're essentially missing out on one of those guys.
Well, and the time spot or the place we'd be picking that let's go UW is hypothetical. I can't believe I'm like entertaining us being in the top 3 or 5. But that's kind of where he's talking about. Bryce Young, right? Top 3 or 5. Yeah. That's Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Come on, like we get a Will Anderson with TJ Watt and Highsmith.
Yeah.
I don't want to be drafting Will Anderson though, because that means we will be drafting in the top 3 or 5. I'm just saying.
No, but think about it in the sense of we traded up to get a Devin Bush. So I don't think of it in the sense it's like this ultimate negative to get one of these dudes, but how did we get one of those dudes is what matters to me the most. Because if we're losing and we have an organic top 5 pick, I don't want that. But if it's, hey, we got a 12 or a 15, but we can move with this and this, all right, that's a different conversation.
Like, dude, just think about the best so-called quarterback class of the last 10 years that happened 2 years ago with Fields and Mac Jones and Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence.
Hey, can't miss prospect, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa coming out.
Yeah. Oh, no. Tua was in the Herbert one. Tua,
Herbert and Burrow.
No, but they said that about Tua, too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like these all can't miss. And it's like,
Herbert was the sleeper. No one had him on their radar. Yeah. I mean, he ended up going in what did he get, like 6 or 7 to the Chargers. But everyone thought Burrow and Tua were hands down above Herbert, like they were a tier ahead of him.
Yeah.
But we're seeing Herbert flipping that script, too.
This is not the truth.
Yeah, so it's just like I just think it's stupid business. You might have that quarterback that franchise quarterback you're looking for already on the roster. He's the guy you picked in the first round the year before. Like, why go off that so quick? And now I can actually understand the Cardinals situation because they brought in Kingsbury, the guy who's connected to Kyler Murray, and they're gonna just do everything for Murray, surround the whole offense around him, make everything tailored toward him. So if you're gonna just do that, sure, I get it why you're trying to like move off Josh Rosen, but no other team has done that, so I don't see why the Steelers would do it. We're not having a regime change. Tomlin really liked Pickett.
And Yeah, he was the one who actually picked him. It's
him and Colbert. Every quarterback was on the board at that time.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, and Omar was still in house as well, so he was still a part of the decision. It wasn't as if we hired an outside GM to come in here. He was a part of it. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
They thought he was going to go in like the top 5, pick it, or top 10 at least. They thought he was probably going to go to like Carolina or Seattle or Washington, from what I can remember, and they were thrilled that he dropped to 20.
Yeah.
So no, we're sticking with Pickett. That's the slogan.
Alrighty. All right, so let's see. Where are we?
We got a couple more super chats.
And then after that...
Yeah, it's up to you. Whatever we want to do.
No, so I think what we'll do is this, man. We'll finish the supers. After that, we'll tap into that first topic.
Sure.
Probably end with that and then have the other one for Wednesday.
Oh, you got an early day here.
No. I'm just looking at the clock.
You got a, 6:30?
Yeah,
hard stop?
Yeah, because wifey's... we got stuff going on in the casa, so it's like timing and stuff. That's
sure.
all. Yeah.
Sean McCartney. Clark is crazy. Alabama and OSU quarterbacks always overrated. Yeah, I guess that's why this is being brought up by a couple people in the chat, because Ryan Clark did say that over the weekend. He said if the Steelers are picking in like the top 3 or 5, they should consider quarterback.
Let's see, Mac Jones. How do you feel about him?
Yeah, very still
McCarron.
out. Best Alabama quarterback's probably Hurts.
Shoot, it's still trying to see if he's actually going to do this the rest of the season.
Do you consider him an Alabama quarterback, though? Because
he transferred. No.
Yeah, if he would have came out after Alabama, he would have been like a 5th round pick or something.
I'd look at him as like an Oklahoma guy. Now, granted, he still did his thing, but yeah, he's an Oklahoma guy to me.
Tua, Alabama.
Yeah.
What's crazy is his stats are like really good right now. So like shitting on Warren probably, or shitting on Tua probably sounds a little unwarranted.
But I guess my thing is this though: who do you believe in more, Tua going forward or Jalen Hurts going forward? Because both
Hurts
of them
easily, not even a question.
But like, why though?
Oh, you see it. He's just got better arm strength. I think he handles himself better. I think he's a better leader. I think he tougher. Maybe that's a different. He's got a better frame to him though, for sure.
Yeah,
better runner.
I guess
better leader.
Because I wonder like situations, right? Tua in Philly. Is Tua able to do what Jalen Hurts does?
No. Jalen Hurts is way better down in Miami.
Okay. With those type of weapons.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What do you think?
See, I'm kind of torn, man. I really enjoy what I'm seeing from Jalen, but
Tua's underthrown those A.J. Brown balls that Jalen Hurts threw against us.
Some of them, yes, but at the same time, I'm like,
Witherspoon might have 3 picks this year.
But at the same time, how many times are we going to see Minka with clear double coverage, excellent position, get beat on a jump ball? That was a terrible decision to throw that, though.
That was his only one, though. He's been really good with his decision-making this year. Actually, that's another thing I'd say. Jalen Hurts is way better with where to place the ball.
I probably would go Jalen. I probably would, but I'm still not all the way sold on Jalen. That's what I'm saying, though. Because, yes, he's balling out, but I want to see as this thing continues to go on and when the games start to matter even more. Because you
got to throw, just sit back shotgun and really just pick apart a defense.
And it's also different in the sense that Philly coming in didn't have a bullseye on their chest. They've been getting it bigger and bigger now because they've won the games they've won. But it's going to be very different now when teams come out and they're like, nah, we respect this. We taking this on a whole nother level. I want to see how that looks at the back half of this thing. Because the first half is like, all right, we don't really believe, it's just 1 or 2 games. Everybody's trying to figure everything out. But when this thing is late, now I want to see, is he really going to be able to continue going forward with this type of stuff?
I'm actually kind of curious about Alabama QBs in the NFL. Best one's probably Joe Namath. Oh, Ken Stabler. I mean, we're going really far back. Bart Starr.
Bro, okay, can we start in the 90s?
20 years? Last 20 years? 20, 25 years?
Yeah, can we keep it this generation, this decade? Yeah, let's do something like that, man. That boy said, Joe Namath.
Those guys are legends.
Yes, they are. But yeah,
I got a good list here.
All right, what you got?
Yeah, it really is. Hurts, Tua, and Mac are the most successful ones, dating back to the 90s or 80s.
Who else?
Holy hell! I mean, even going to the 70s, there's a bunch of bums here. After Ken
Greg
Stabler,
McElroy, I remember him. Yeah.
No, after Ken Stabler, he got drafted in '68. I mean, he ended up making the Hall of Fame.
Right.
He was Raiders quarterback and stuff. They just have bums. Scott Hunter, Richard Todd, Jeff Rutledge, Mike Shula, Jay Barker, and then you get into the 2000s.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of years in between some of these guys getting drafted.
Jeez.
Brody Kroll. I don't know if you remember him. Holy hell. 2006. And you're right. Greg McElroy.
Yeah.
A.J. McCarron. Then it's Tua, Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones.
Greg and A.J. won natties down there.
Yeah.
But that was when it was going through their range. Yeah. That's funny.
So right now, in the last 20 years, is Jalen Hurts the best Alabama quarterback in the NFL?
He's definitely heavily in that conversation.
Because
I
think the conversation is basically between him and Tua and Mac.
Yeah.
Who would you take between those three? And I'd say Jalen Hurts.
Is it bad that we how do you view Mac then? Is he the third guy in that conversation, the second guy?
Problem is, if you would ask me last year, I probably would have said Mac. But
yeah.
Because he's having a good rookie year.
Yeah.
To the commenter's point that was talking about OSU and Alabama's quarterbacks, though. Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. Really hasn't. I'm going to look up Ohio State ones real quick, if you don't mind.
No, you go ahead.
We already said some of the ones of the last however many years, right? Okay, so...
When you dropped the Terrell Pryor.
No, we basically got them all. Because, before Pryor, then it's like Troy Smith, Craig Krenzel, Mike Tomczak, Steelers.
Yeah, dog. Is that Kurt
He wasn't
Graham?
good.
Kent Graham, was that say?
Kent Graham, yeah.
Jeez.
Not too much success. Because right now, for Ohio State quarterbacks, you would say Justin Fields.
So where
the most successful.
Jeez, man. Where's the quarterback factory then?
The QB factory? I don't think there is one.
I say not USC. UCLA? No.
I really don't think there is one.
Michigan, maybe?
Quarterbacks come from all over.
Yeah.
The dudes from the small schools sometimes turn out the best.
Because I'm like, Michigan? No. Josh was Wyoming. Zach Wilson was BYU.
I don't think there is one, unless someone
Oklahoma.
in the chat.
Oklahoma recently had the most drafted guys.
Right, but like
But
Baker,
not success, though, yeah.
Baker, Kyler.
Kyler's been dope. Not dope, but he's been successful.
Jalen Hurts. Sam Bradford he's a bust in the pros.
Bro, chill out, man. Sam Bradford got the most money. He got that
a ton of money.
He got that crown. Ain't he part of that 2010 class, man? Put some respect
someone's
on
trying to throw Joe Burrow into Ohio State. No.
Y'all gotta stop. No. He's already been very clear with this. He's an LSU guy.
I don't think there is. Maybe it's Pitt, Marino, and Pickett.
Oh, just those two.
Nathan Peterman.
No comment.
No, I really don't think there is one. It just...
Because I'm trying to think ACC
successful
schools.
Quarterbacks come from all over the place.
No, because Clemson had Trevor Lawrence. They had my boy Taj Boyd.
Lawrence and Watson. But like Lawrence, we're still waiting for Lawrence.
Yeah, yeah.
I think like some even like the
Tech.
successful ones back in like the 2010s and 2000s, it's just all over the place.
Because now I'm thinking about Virginia
Drew
Tech.
Brees, Purdue, Tony Romo, small school, Peyton Manning, Tennessee.
Virginia Tech, you got my dog Tyrod.
Brady, Michigan.
You got Tyrod Taylor. Mike Vick. Marcus Vick.
Oh, come on.
I don't think it was Sean Glennon. Sean Glennon's from Tech.
What?
Is he even a Tech guy, right? With the long neck. You know Sean Glennon? He's a Tech
Mike
guy.
Glennon.
Mike Glennon.
No, he was NC State. He was a white and red school.
You're right. Ah. Bro, who else was from Tech there, bro? Hold on. It's got to be some. UVA? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Dang,
this is something to think about.
Someone's
trying to drop Purdue. He says Purdue had Drew Brees, Scott Campbell, Len Dawson. Len Dawson is a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Bob Greasy, Jeff George, Mike Herman, Kyle Orton. Get him out of there. Gary Danielson, Mike Fitt. I don't know half those names. I know about 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, man.
That's probably it. I feel like schools
LSU?
probably have like 2 or
LSU.
3 like top guys.
LSU.
Just Burrow, right?
Somebody's been got. Not Jamarcus.
No, their quarterbacks have been bad.
Mettenberg, nah.
He's bad too.
Yeah. Hold on, bro. It's got to be somebody that has. Have we not found a team that we could name more than 2 guys in the past, like, 20, 30 years?
Alabama did have, like, Bart Starr and the dudes, and from the
Jeez, man.
50s and 60s and stuff. They had some Hall of Famers, but, yeah. As of late, I don't really think there is.
Marshall. Shout out to Solo One. Chad Pennington and Byron Leftwich. There we go. Does anyone else come out of Marshall? Nah. Yeah. Quarterback is different, bro. Quarterback is different.
I really want to look into it, though. I want to try to find the quarterback factor.
Florida State, Christian Manzi. Nah. Florida State ain't had it like that. Jameis, EJ, Ponder, Winky.
Just stop at EJ and Ponder. Oh, my God. No, those guys. Hell no. I can't believe either of them went in the first round. Like, they weren't that amazing at Florida State. They were good. They were steady starters, but, man, I could not believe they won the first round when they did. USC has gotten dudes drafted in the first round, like a Carson Palmer and a Mark Sanchez.
David Booty.
Yeah, I don't think he went first round.
Who else is out of there? Leinart. Matt Leinart.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They had a little run for like 5-6 years where they had dudes drafted. But not. I mean, Palmer would be the most successful one. That's not saying much.
Florida, you got Tebow.
No, exactly.
Yeah, Kyle Trask.
There's no QB factory.
Stanford, Andrew Luck.
Oh, John Elway.
But now we getting back to like the older group again. And we talking about Elway.
And I wouldn't say that's quarterback factory. I said you got
two guys.
Dudes,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dudes. And I think that's probably the max for most of these schools. It's like you have 2 or 3 elite dudes, but the years are probably so
far away.
Yeah, exactly.
And college elite versus NFL elite too, because I saw somebody put Texas in here, and I think of Vince Young, but I'm like,
nah.
Vince Young collegiately, yeah. Vince Young professionally, not so much. Yeah, man. Interesting though. Interesting.
I need to look into this more.
That was good though. That was a good one.
I'll come back to you on Oregon. Herbert, Mariota. Who else they got? They had Joey Harrington drafted, but he sucked. Yeah. He was a bust.
He went to Detroit. That was the problem. Who else came out of Oregon?
I mean, they've had good quarterbacks.
Dennis Dixon.
Dennis Dixon. Yeah. Mariota and Herbert. That doesn't like count as like a quarterback factory though, because one of them is Mariota.
It's like that is not a factory, bro.
And Herbert, he needs to do some winning here soon.
Bro, that is not a factory, bro. Yeah. Like I said, not the collegiate level, the professional level.
It has to be professional.
Yeah, because these are all good collegiate quarterbacks. Yeah, we can name a ton of good college quarterbacks, but professionally, that's the difference. Yeah.
All right, back to the super chat.
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Wow, that was a fun conversation.
It was. Who started that? Was shout out to Sean McCartney. Shout out to Sean McCartney, man.
Okay, hold on. Let me find these chats. Last one was Clark. Clark is crazy. Alabama OSU QB is always overrated. Jordan Pierce. Something no one is talking about is how this defense hasn't been healthy all year. I've been trying to bring it up. Even week 1, Larry was hurting. Mm-hmm. Now we are healthy, and that's scary.
I would agree, man. TJ should be back, baby. Yes, indeed. Corner's good. Got new addition with Will Jackson, man. Absolutely.
Some conspiracies. He was never hurt.
No, that's what I checked out as well. Yeah.
That's why Tomlin said whenever someone asked him, what's the status of William Jackson? He's like, oh, he's fine. Yeah. Like, didn't even think about it.
Because when you look at, I did the film session on William Jackson today, and when I was looking more into like his story, I'm reading interviews from what he was saying, and then I would look at what Ron Rivera would say, and Ron is like, oh, he said he has a back injury? Well, if that's what he says, then that's what it is. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute now. And he was like, so what ended up happening? It was like, whatever he says, but ultimately we had to take him out the game. I was like, oh, okay. And then Will was like, yep, it was a back injury. And Ron's like, well, he needs to communicate better. I was like, oh, Lord, something's not aligning.
WJ3 is good to go.
Something's not aligning here. I think he's good, man.
That's why Tara Austin said it was in the realm of possibility for him to start week 10.
Yeah, we'll see, though, man. We'll see.
Dominic Schrader, 13-leg parlay, $20 bet to win $4,047. It's foolproof.
Foolproof. As in a fool can't mess this up.
Exactly.
I hope he's right.
Christian Matthias. I remember Kenny when he was a rookie. Maybe he means freshman. He needs time, 100%. He's going to be amazing. Trust me. Trust Deke. Why would you waste a good secondary pick?
A good secondary pick.
Maybe he means we could draft a lockdown corner there? I don't know.
Maybe that's what he's saying. Yeah.
Sean McCartney. BPA. Don't reach
best player available.
Yeah, don't reach like we did with Edmonds and Burns. Dude, the Edmonds pick was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Edmonds pick has stood the test of time.
And the Burns pick happened because William Jackson III.
Maybe we did reach on him. Maybe we should have traded down and got some picks if we weren't that thrilled about Burns.
Yeah, but the thing was, we were going to get William Jackson. That's what the reports were. They loved him, and the Bengals just picked him to pick right before us. So that's why we ended with Artie Burns. Shout out to Artie. That's the homie. You know that.
And at the time, from what I was reading recently, the Steelers were not thinking about trading in front of the Bengals because I think the Bengals spent like the last 2 or 3 drafts a lot of capital on cornerbacks. They're like, they're not going to take them. There's no way. And they did. Christian Matthias, can you please online review that 3rd and 3 play where Kenny throws the ball out of bounds. Go see the play on review, and you'll see why Canada is trash.
All right.
You have to title it, "This is why Canada needs to go."
All right.
You get big views on it.
I'm sure.
Maybe Canada, big picture of him on the thumbnail. Put like a big X like over him or something like that. Maybe a.
You know, I'm an energy guy, Deke. If my heart isn't in it, then I can't do it. You know, and my heart just wouldn't be in that, man. So unfortunately, I can't put that type of content out there. Now, if I truly believed it and I truly was in it, then yes, I could. But that's not my energy, man.
Well,
but I like your mindset, though.
Well, maybe you should make a film set. Well, you should look at this 3rd and 3 play. Maybe watch it, and then you could call out Christian Matthias.
No, I don't want to do that either, man. Well, because the thing is this. If you watch any of these games this season, in particular this Eagles game, I can point to a handful of plays from Matt Canada where it's like, yeah, you got to be better right here. The call was bad, or the scheme itself, the design of the play was bad. There's a couple of those that are out there, and that shows up consistently as well when we're talking about criticizing Matt Canada. The difference for me is when I criticize him, it's like legit stuff that is on him. I'm not criticizing him or saying we should fire Matt Canada for the receiver's mistake or for Kenny's mistake or for the offensive line's mistake. That's the disconnect. And that's like part of my disconnect with the fan base in terms of how they view Matt Canada. Y'all will look and say, hey, man, bad running play, fire Matt Canada. I look and I say, man, this guard missed his block. He got to be better. That's the difference. When we talk about that 3rd and 3, it's like, all right, cool. That might be one where it was schemed up bad. But I can also remember some 3rd downs where I'm looking at Kenny and I'm saying, hey, man, you don't have to throw this ball that fast. You can hold this ball. You have time. Process this defense. Make this throw over here. That's not on the coordinator, though. That's on the player. But it's easier to just say, fire the coordinator, because it's a lot simpler. It doesn't take all the understanding. And for me, I'm a person that does have this understanding. I'm fortunate to, but that's why I'm not really big onto the whole like witch hunt. Hey, man, let's start doing things to make it look like it's only on him or only on him. And when it was the same conversation with Mr. Trubisky, it was the same thing, man. Say, hey, baby. Nah, he gonna be all right, baby. We good.
AJ Martinez, Matt America better show up or we're going to find out if he can beat a cheetah. We're going full gladiator on him right now.
I say it's going to get real vicious out
I will
here.
drop one off in his 69 car. Laughing cheetahs freaking roll.
I don't know, man. Deke, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. Now, you like to roll with the 69s. I know that's like Dotson, that's your dude, that's your number. Do you got a 69 car?
I'm lost on this 69
That's what he
car.
said. I don't know what it is, but
Like
I'm assuming that you would know.
Mustang? What's he talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't know. That's why I was turning it to you, man.
In his 69 car. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, man.
Nick Y. Oklahoma QB list. What's he talking about?
I mean, we're talking about the quarterback factories, but
No.
yeah, we suck. But I mean, they best one. You going Hurts or you going Murray?
Oh, yeah. Did we consider Hurts in Alabama or Oklahoma?
He's an Oklahoma dude to me. How you consider him? Oklahoma or Alabama?
Yeah, kind of both.
Yeah.
Maybe more Oklahoma because that is what
Yeah.
got him drafted. That performance he had his last year with the Sooners. Hurts versus Kyler. I'll take Hurts. I think Kyler is more polished, but I think Hurts is a better leader.
Who's the better player?
Kyler's got more skill.
More production?
More winning with Hurts, though. I'll take Hurts.
Kyler, hold on. Has Kyler been to a playoff game yet?
Oh, yeah. He got smoked.
Has Jalen? Not yet. Because they missed it last year. No.
Yeah, the 2 years Jalen has started. Well,
right?
he's going, 8-0, 9-0 right now. They'll obviously make
this would be
playoffs.
the year for him, yeah.
His first year starting, they started 2-5. They ended up making playoffs, lost to Tampa Bay.
That's what it was.
At least it wasn't, what was it, 35-0 the Cardinals lost to the Rams in the first round last year?
Super Bowl champion Rams, though. I guess the Bucs were Super Bowl champions. No, that was the year the Bucs.
No, they lost to the Rams the next round.
Yeah. So, man.
I'm taking Hurts over Kyler.
Give me Sam Bradford of all love.
No way.
All right, I'm messing.
Christian Matthias. Oh, do you want? Where you going?
I mean, I'm not a fan of the Kyler all the way, man. I'm not.
You got to go Hurts. Dude.
I'm not. But I don't know if I truly believe all the way in Hurts just yet either, man.
He's a better guy to be leading your team, though, at least.
All right, I'll go with Hurts then because he's a better guy to lead the team.
Christian Matthias, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Johnny Unitas, Jim Kelly, Joe Namath all have what in common?
Uh-oh.
They're from Pittsburgh or Western PA. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, maybe you could say that. Western PA, quarterback factory.
Mm-hmm. They got a whole documentary on that. I think it was like 30 for 30. Yeah.
Is it? I know they got the 1984 draft.
Yeah, I forgot how they
that was Elway and Marino.
But yeah, because they talk about that. That's one of the ways I even found out about it, man. Yeah.
Sean McCartney. Could have got Darius Leonard in the first and Edmonds in the second. I'm an Edmonds hater, but he would have been an average second-round pick.
Well, that's his perspective.
I mean, we could do that with every draft. Yeah. I know we could do that with every draft.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, Creed Humphrey. Like, we could have done Pat Fryermuth drafted in the first round of 2020, and then we could have taken Creed Humphrey in the second.
Yeah. It's always easy to do that in hindsight, being 2020, man. We know this. But unfortunately, we don't have that crystal ball because if that's the case, we should put you on the spot now and say, hey, who should we draft this draft? That's going to for sure be the one. And we need you to repeat process for every pick that we got. That's, it's one of them things, baby. Oh, and Deke, I see your freaky friends is in the chat today. Okay, all right, let's get them up out of here one time for Deke. All
right, we got Zach Miller saying, who you taking in the first round if things don't change?
Get your man.
Cornerback and left tackle. Those are my top two needs right now. No matter if things change or not. Nick Y. Troy Aikman was Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. I thought he was UCLA.
Was he a transfer?
Maybe he's talking from Oklahoma.
Oh. Well, kind of like we just talked about the quarterbacks from Western Pennsylvania.
Am I wrong? He went to UCLA? Or was it Oklahoma? What am I missing here? Yeah, he went to UCLA.
Maybe he's from Oklahoma.
That's got to be what it is.
Got to be from Oklahoma.
No. Will Cavona, California.
All right, so then I don't know what the Oklahoma connection is then, man. Yeah, that caught me for a loop as well.
Started at OU. Maybe he transferred.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what Vegas is saying.
For sure.
All right, that was the last super chat up to this point. We're at 6:11.
Right. Perfect. Let's get to... Dang. I ain't want to go with this one, but we're going to do it anyways. Midseason MVPs. Offensive and defensive for your Pittsburgh Steelers. So actually it does. That work perfect day, and then we'll table the other one for them on Wednesday. So yeah, man. We are at the midpoint of the season. Directly the midpoint for us. And we felt like it was time to, just sit back and not quickly discuss, but in terms of our team here in Pittsburgh specifically, who has been our offensive MVP through the first half of the season and who has been our defensive MVP through the first half of this season? So that was something that I definitely wanted us to just kind of talk about, reflect on. Obviously, y'all let us know in the chat as well. Offensively, who would you give your first half of the season MVP to, and then who you would give your defensive first half of the MVP to right here in Pittsburgh? So yeah, man.
You want to go first?
I like when you go first, actually, man. Let's start offense, though. Can we start offense today?
Sure.
Actually, I don't want to start offense. I really want to do defense, bro. I'm a defensive type of dude, bro.
Okay.
But let's do offense because I like you on offense, man. Go for it.
This one's a tough one.
Why is it tough, Deke? Why is it a tough one, man? Deke, who you going with on offense, man? Who you gonna go with, baby? Let me hear. Let me hear. Come on, say it.
My simple answer, just top of mind, snap of a finger, George Pickens.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say a different name, but I'll wait because I think there's more. I feel like there's more coming out of this. Is there more coming out of this, or are you just leaving it at George Pickens? I just need to know.
Let me throw honorable mentions in there.
Here we go.
Who do you think I'm going to say that's got you laughing so
wait,
hard?
man. I need to hear you. I just need to hear it to the end of this thing. I think you're going to say it. I know you're going to say it. You're going to say it. You can't help yourself. You're going to say it. You can't help yourself. You can't help it.
I might surprise you.
All right, let's see.
Pat Freiermuth.
Okay. Respect.
Been a steady presence for us.
Yeah.
Definitely has improved from last year, just production overall, I think, and what he means to the offense. But the guy that I'm thinking,
is he a single-digit jersey?
we're talking midseason MVPs.
All right. Oh, here we go.
Should the guy we ran out of town actually get consideration?
Oh, wait a minute. The plot thickens. You gonna say it?
I have his name written down.
I
I didn't have him in my top spot. I told you I already picked George Pickens.
know. They rolled him off.
But does Trubisky have a case? The 2 games he was in, we won. I know he was in half of the Buccaneers game, but we know what he did in the second half. Absolutely balled out.
Okay.
And he was in for the full Bengals game. Now, I mean, I think he was trying to give that Bengals game away in the second half, but ultimately he had the drive in overtime and everything. Showed some clutchness there.
Respect. Is that the quarterback you gonna go with? I'm just checking.
I'm not picking him for my offensive MVP. I'm not even against Trubisky. It's just
okay.
valuable. We got 2 wins with Trubisky at the helm.
I just thought you was gonna find a way.
Get Pickett in there.
I thought you would. Because in the past, how you've operated with 7, you will find a way. So I just figured you was gonna find some type of way to galvanize it to make it like he's the guy. I was waiting on it. I was surprised, thoroughly surprised. Yeah.
It was really that Buccaneers performance by Trubisky.
That's what it was.
It really was. And to be fair, and I even talked about, I'm not saying this is a hindsight 2020 thing. The Patriots and what was the other game? Was it the Jets game? No. Browns game.
Browns, yeah.
Patriots and Browns game. When he was in, we didn't lose those games because of him.
Right.
Could we have seen more? Could we have wanted more from Trubisky? Sure, but he still made some throws out there and put the ball in place for receivers to make plays, particularly in the Browns game, and we had some bad drops. Now, the Patriots game, again, that goes back to the defense and Witherspoon and Gunner shitting himself on the punt return and everything. So, like, that's why, like, I borderline think Trubisky has a case.
Respect. No, I can respect it. I can definitely respect it, man.
The 2 losses, are we considering the Jets loss? I can't say that because Pickett came in and we went up 10. So I'm not even going to throw that one like on Trubisky at all. That was more of like a Pickett game right there. Okay. But the 2 losses that Trubisky was a part of, not really on him, but the 2 wins that the Steelers have, Trubisky was there.
Yeah.
Trubisky was there, but particularly that Bucs game. I was really impressed. But ultimately, I'm going with Pickens.
Okay. Well, for me, I had a couple of names. I thought about George Pickens. I like what he's been doing.
This is offensive MVP.
Yeah, for offense. Yeah,
you got Jalen Warren in here.
I like what George has been doing. I just want to see more of it.
He ain't in there.
He's my honorable mention. Yeah, I'm just going honorable mention. All right, another person, Mason Cole, honorable mention as well, man. He has definitely been our best offensive lineman, our most consistent offensive lineman in the run game and in pass protection. And when you're talking about how they've been growing and getting better, he has been one of those main people at the center of this thing. And we can point to his impact in contrast to a year ago and say that, hey, this is no longer the issue that we're concerned about with our offensive line. And that, to me, is dope, even more so than James Daniels. Like, James Daniels has been up and down. At times, I think that James is a better player, but he's been way more inconsistent. Whereas when you're talking about Mason, to me, Mason Cole. I got to put the last name in there, otherwise you get some Rudolph people.
Oh, well, it's Mason Rudolph.
But with Mason Cole, it's just like, man, the consistency that he's been playing with, on that offensive line, I definitely like him a lot. So I definitely think that he's in consideration. But the guy that I'm going with is Pat Freiermuth.
Okay.
To me, man, Pat has continued to develop Pat has continued to show that he could be a productive playmaker with whoever is at quarterback. Whether it was Ben a year ago, Trubisky, or even now Kenny, he is one of those guys that consistently gets open. He's one of those guys that can block and actually does it at a high level, consistently holding his blocks, finishing them. But he also is a combat catch guy, man. We know he's tough as heck. I hate the fact that, he done already had a concussion this season, and now that kind of, when we continue to watch him going forward, that becomes a little bit more sensitive.
It's like when Tua's running around out there.
Yeah.
Don't hit him too hard,
right. Please. So I hate that fact, but to me, he's been that guy that, has been constant. Because when we talk about the receivers, one game is George Pickens. The next game is Claypool. Then is Deontay. When we talk about the backfield, it's like, is it Jaylen Warren? And Jaylen, is he benefiting because he is, the alternative to Najee? And is Najee struggling because Najee is the focal point right now? But to me, man, Pat has been that constant, the guy that does move the offense, the guy that you can rely on, and he's shown up in clutch moments as well, man. So that's why I went with Pat Freiermuth.
Makes sense. So you were surprised with my Trubisky pick, huh?
I definitely was. I just knew you was going Kenny, or I thought you were going to say Ben. I thought you were going to say, you know what, man? Somehow, some way, I thought Ben would have come in there. Somehow, some way, I'd been like, Ben with the podcast because he's calling out Canada, showing this. It's got to be Ben. I swear I thought you was going there too, bro.
Why didn't I do that?
Yes.
That would have been so easy.
So
why didn't I do that?
You heard when I said, is he a single digit? I'm like, it was got to be Kenny or Dagon 7. And you were with either one. I'm like, whoa.
Why didn't I do that?
Yes,
that
bro.
That would have been so easy.
Yes, bro.
Ben carried this lousy offense
you heard
to
me
the
laughing
playoffs
this whole
last
time.
year. You see where we're at without him.
I just knew it.
That
I was like,
so
easy. It's about to happen. I'm in tears over here. And I'm like, he didn't say it. I was thoroughly shocked / impressed. I was like, big time salute, Deke. Yes, bro. I definitely thought you were saying that. Whole time. Definitely thought you were going to say
my
him.
answer.
Oh,
7.
gosh.
Thank you. I didn't know I could have that as an answer.
I was like, he's going to say him.
I thought it had to be a person on the roster. I was like,
I don't know how he's going to figure this thing out, but he's going to find a way to weasel him in and say
7.
I
definitely will. Yep. I definitely, if you're giving me that option, 7 is the offensive MVP. I thought it had to be someone on the actual roster for 2022, but all right, cool. That made my answer easy.
All right.
Pickens is now an honorable mention on my list.
Oh, my gosh. All right, let's see what the people put for their offensive MVP. Or actually, should we wait?
I say wait.
All right, let's wait. Yeah, let's wait. All right. Defensive MVP.
Well, I only have... I don't know which one I want to go with here.
Uh-oh. Here we go now.
The first one I put was... TJ Watt.
I could understand that 100% because we have clearly seen the difference.
We have one win without him.
Out
of how many games is it now?
Was it 9 now? 8?
I think it's even more than that. It might be in
8, we're 8-1 or something like that. 1-9-1, 1-10-1, something crazy.
Without TJ Watt?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might even be more. It might be like 11 games. I don't know. But we have one win without him. We see some of the inconsistency in our defense without him. We saw what our defense looked like in the Bengals game. It looked like it was going to be the best defense in the league, literally. I mean, you get Joe Burrow to throw 5 picks, and we get interception taken back to the house. We saw the plays that TJ Watt was making all over the place. Like, there's a huge difference without him being there. I mean, we paid him $30 million for a reason. Can I say tie? I mean,
go for it, bro.
TJ's a good answer.
It is your world.
The other one's Minka.
Yeah.
The other one's Minka because in tandem with TJ, I mean, those two basically single-handedly won us the Bengals game on defense. Because you had TJ making his plays, but then also Minka with the pick 6, and then also the extra point block that got us to overtime was insane. He has 3 picks on the season, so he's on pace for like 6 or 7 for the year right now. But he should have 4 or 5. I think he's got a drop or 2. But then you see him making plays, making up for some of the stuff that happens with our front 7 when running backs get past them. And also, even just when a receiver goes over the middle, he's instilled fear in these dudes. We saw Tyreek Hill in that Dolphins game.
Arms.
Yeah, exactly. He's afraid to catch the ball now. Minka, he has become like just an overall complete player, an overall complete safety that we've been looking for ever since he joined the Steelers. He was an all-pro caliber then, and I think he's only improved his game since. And, I think our defense is where it is. Just it's hard to explain. Like I feel like our defense has been solid. It's just been really inconsistent. I feel like our defense has been good in a large part because of Minka's play this year. So that's why I'd have him in the MVP conversation.
Turn up then, baby. Turn up. So for
I'm doing Ty. It's Minka and TJ.
I like that, and I can respect that.
That's a cop-out answer.
For me, no, it's not. It's not. You good, man. For me, I have 3 names. So that's why, like, when you say it's a tie, I can understand that because I was torn myself. The 3 names for me: Miles Jack, Cam Sutton, and Minka Fitzpatrick. When I start with Miles Jack, I watch him on a play-in and play-out basis, bro.
Top 10.
Stop it.
Come on, dude. My takes, man. It's holding up.
But with Miles, man, the consistency, the leadership, the playmaking ability, he is as good as advertised. You talk about him being the calming force in that interior, he is that guy. He makes a ton of plays, whether it's him actually physically making the tackle or him being in position and flashing and making somebody else available to make the tackle. I watch how Robert Spillane and Devin Bush played next to him. And I watch how those 2 guys played next to Joe Schobert last year. It's night and day, man. I look at how we attack run defense-wise with Miles in there versus when we didn't have him. It's night and day. Watch him in coverage. The big hits. Like, he has that type of big-time athletic ability, big-time productivity, and it shows, and it's consistent as heck, man. So, for me, he's definitely one of those guys. Cam Sutton. Not just the fact that, that's my dog, but more importantly, it's like, man, you're playing and the productivity is there, and you're not even doing it at the position that a lot of us think fits you best, which is slot corner. You're having all this success on the outside, getting interceptions, handling all the big-time receivers, and you still got some picks that you dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in the same boat as Minka.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's like, I knock you for the drops, but I salute you because you're in position. You're actually reading it, making the right play, taking the chance. We talk about even carrying over from the preseason, some of the interceptions he was getting. And we're like, bro, this is big understanding. This is my guy, but I know this route. I know what this is, and I'm going to jump that. That's that next level type stuff. And the physicality is always there with him as well. Not in the sense of a Mike Hilton, but in the sense of a steady tackler. You don't see Cam Sutton miss a ton of tackles. Whether it's running back or, tackling a wide receiver, he is very fundamentally sound. And then, obviously, when we talk about Minka Fitzpatrick, he has single-handedly got us out of a stadium. Like, that's the part for me in terms of I'm stuck between those 3, but Minka is my pick because of that. Minka, we know the interceptions. We know the nastiness he plays. We know the tone that he sets the defense with. But that's the difference between Miles Jack and Cam Sutton. They have been major contributors to this team. I would also throw Alex Highsmith as an honorable mention. I don't have him in the same class as those 3, but he's an honorable mention. But when I think of Minka, I'm just like, dude, this dude literally picked 6, blocked field goal, and was a menace out there against Cincinnati. We could see that. Oh, yeah.
Don't forget it. I think he led the
He was a menace out there, bro. Yeah. Yes. Like, that's different. Miami game, you see the impact. That's different. Philly is the one where it's like, man, we've never seen him lose the jump ball. That was the surprise. But outside of that, it's like, man, this dude has been on one, man, and the consistency is there. And I love the fact that he plays with amazing effort also. When I did the film breakdown of him from the Dolphins game, one of the plays that I really enjoyed from him was a 3rd and 7? He's the back half field defender. He makes the tackle for a 3-yard gain on a catch all the way across the field. And it's all because he's just hauling tail to go get there, man. So for me, Minka is my MVP for the Steelers on defense. But like I said, Cam Sutton and Miles Jack, man, definitely,
I was thinking both of them
are heavily in that conversation as well, man.
I was thinking both of them too, just in terms of like honorable mentions or people to talk about. What's interesting about you bringing up Miles Jack, though, I had this marked for our conversation on Wednesday, because I'm assuming we're going to take one of the topics we had today and move it to Wednesday. But I wrote this down. The linebacking unit, is that actually the most consistent unit on defense this year?
Yeah. To me, it has been. More than the pass rush, more than the secondary. Like, when you talk about our DBs, we've seen some of the up and down with
But it goes
guys.
to your point. Yeah. Miles Jack was the difference between last year and this year.
Miles is, like, you watch him, bro, it doesn't matter what game I put on, man. He's always in the mix. Like, he's the part. He fits the bill, man. He's one of them dudes. I'm like, hey, man, whatever his deal is, make sure we keep him, all right? Make sure he's around. We like him.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what the chat said in terms of their MVPs offensively and defense. Unless you had anything else you wanted to add at the end.
I don't.
You were good?
No, I think we had some good picks.
All right, so let's see.
William Lolini, offensive MVP. Mitch Trubisky.
Okay.
Jimbo, defense. Minka, offense. Nobody. Well, it is fun. Yeah, like people are throwing in Boswell. Dippin' Dot says Boswell for
Boz
offense.
a lot. I
and
saw
Minka.
Boz a lot.
People are bringing up Warren for offensive MVP. Yeah, it just goes to show that we're down bad for trying to pick an offensive MVP. If we're bringing
Debo
up Warren,
said Chooks for MVP.
oh man,
All right, we going.
he's been playing fine, but I mean, come on.
Well, you heard me. I said Mason Cole and Pat Fryermuth. Like, yeah, you're right. It's a lot of places we could go with this MVP, man.
Right, and Muth. So you also brought up Pickens. So I brought up Pickens and Muth as well.
Yeah,
They only have like 300 something yards.
that's it. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Yeah, it is nothing
We're
crazy,
talking
bro.
about them for offensive MVP. Like, there's games where Pickens only has like 20 yards.
Yeah, there's games where Pat would be like, man, can we throw him the ball more, please? Just target him. Yeah.
Boswell, because that was the rest of the offense. That's Dippin' Dots again. Training Steel Diva says, I think Minka, man, she scored as many TDs as our receivers. Yikes. She might be right.
Low key. She says, honorable mention to Chase Claypool also.
No.
Don't act like Chase. I'm about to say, don't act like
the Bucs game's it.
Miami too. Miami. Yeah. He was getting off a little bit on Miami.
He traded our offensive MVP though.
What was the other one he had? He had another one. I thought he went on a little stretch, man. Yeah.
I think he was our most consistent in terms of stat lines.
And
like his floor, he'd get like 30 or 40 yards. Yeah, every game this year.
He's between 32 and 47 yards.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, add the jet sweep element.
He will get that jet sweep. That's a smooth 13. Anywhere between 7 to 13 yards on the jet sweep.
Big Noriega says George Pickens or Pat.
Big Noriega. Yeah. All right.
Rod Dulles says on defense, honorable mention, Devin Bush.
5'5". Okay.
MVP.
See, I couldn't pick another linebacker over Miles Jack. Not inside linebacker. Can't do it. Can't do it. Bush been playing well, though, man.
I think so.
He's been playing well.
I definitely think so. Todd Sikorsky says TJ and Minka got the money. Christian Manzi, y'all can't say Mitch won us that second game. Kenny was winning before getting injured. Fair. No, I mean, you're talking to a Pickett guy here, but I was really impressed with what Mitch did second half of that Bucs game.
It speak for itself. I ain't about to knock on that.
Yeah.
The tape there. You saw what that looked like, man.
Yeah. I was just throwing it out there. A little case for Mitch, maybe.
I'm just shocked, bro. I did not anticipate
little case for Mitch.
I knew you were going 7, bro. Like
I'm pissed at myself. Why did I miss that opportunity?
Like when I start laughing, I would have put money on.
I thought you.
Say 7,
I thought you thought I was gonna go with Pickett.
No, I thought he was gonna be in the mix, but I thought you was going 7. I was like, yo, he's gonna say Ben, because you always say Ben. It's always Ben. I was like, he's going to Ben. Yeah.
Wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
I'm washed.
It's all good, bro. You a fake fan, man.
I'm
you a fake Ben
it,
supporter,
man.
bro. You ain't a real Big Ben. You ain't a real Big Ben lover.
I lost my fastball.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time last year, boom. Although Ben was on the roster last year, so can I give myself an excuse there?
Now you seeking comfort.
Yeah, I am.
It happens. It's all right, man.
I was trying to play within the rules. I didn't want to pull a Belichick out here on our MVP picks. You got any ones you want to read off?
Let me see, because you caught the ones that I was catching as well. Now we getting parodies. Richard Stone talking about Kendrick Green. You know what I'm saying? Donald Copeland said Derek Watt. You catch my drift? Like,
Copeland says on defense, Larry O, if he was healthy.
If he was healthy, yes. He would definitely be in consideration. Yeah. Kawhi Leonard. Shout out to Kawhi. Jay Vincent, though, he says Norwood. No, not Norwood. No. I'm reading it wrong. He says he was saying not nice things about Norwood. Excuse me on that one. So I'm going to slightly just go over that one. Yes.
Norwood got burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
Turned to dust.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that was not I thought it was a different one. All right.
What play did that happen?
Usually I remember that was like a year ago. Yeah. That wasn't this year. Yeah. All right. So now we good right there.
I'm not seeing much else in terms of their picks. I think we kind of all agree out here. Someone says Derek Watt.
I think if we utilize some more in the running game, it'll help us out.
Well,
let's hit these.
For offense, things are going to turn around. Are we doing, let's say when the season ends, are we doing the full season MVP or could we do a second half MVP?
Let's do it.
Both?
Why not?
Second half MVP.
Do the second half before the season ends, or like the last week of the regular season. Okay. And then when we get to the postseason, then we hit them with the, or when the season ends, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, so we hit it. Because obviously we can go down a little bit further and, yeah.
Because Mitch would presumably be out of the running for the second
Whereas
half
right
MVP.
now he's still kind of in that running because of his role.
I'd like to see Pickett move up the rankings for
and
second half MVP.
I want to see TJ when TJ, you know, back, you know? Also think of what maybe who else are we getting back that'd be new? DeMonte Casey. What does he do? What does he bring to the table? DeMarvin Leal, does he start to do stuff? You know?
Our defense should be really good for the second half.
Absolutely. Will Jackson.
We got injured at the right time.
What if Will comes back and gives us what we got from McKellar at the end of the season?
Absolutely.
You like none of that is off the table. So yeah, I'm with you, man.
Absolutely. Great way to put it.
All right, so we got some supers that we'll clean up, and then after that, we'll hit him.
Yeah, works for me.
Hitting for the day and get back on it on Wednesday. Bye,
John McCartney says, after Combine and Pro Days, I'll have a list. LOL.
Well, no, listen, when we get to Combines and Pro Days, man, we are all for that draft talk. We all for all these quarterbacks, whoever we want to name, prospects, everything, man. But
I'm not talking quarterbacks for this draft coming up.
Oh, now he don't want to talk quarterbacks.
No.
Oh, usually Deke is Mr. Quarterback. When 7 was here, he couldn't stop talking about quarterbacks. Now he don't want to talk quarterbacks. Huh.
Quarterbacks.
Now he don't want to talk quarterback. Huh.
Off the radar for the Steelers this upcoming draft.
Interesting.
Solo one. What about Jaylen Warren for midseason MVP? I told you. We're down bad if we're including him.
He has
not a knock on him. It's just
right,
he only has like 150 yards.
Right.
He's efficient when he gets the rock.
Maybe
got like 5 yards per carry.
But you can't even put him as newcomer or rookie because you got George Pickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him for that.
Over him.
Absolutely. But no, shout out to Jalen. I have been liking what I've been seeing from him. Hopefully he continues this as well, man.
We all have. We want him to get the ball more.
No, 100%, man. Dude, this was a vibe though, bro.
Great podcast.
Another good one, man. Another dope one, man. Shout out to everybody that was rocking with us like we always do. We always appreciate y'all from the heart. Wednesday, we will have the show, but it'll be in the morning. Giving y'all the heads up. Was it 9:30? Yeah, like 9:30 a.m. All right, so just giving y'all the heads up on that. Early morning Wednesday action. All right. But other than that, man, y'all stay safe. Hit the like button on the way out. Check out the new website, arthurmoats.com as well. And we appreciate you. And until next time, baby.
Peace.